Oh, today I don't get to work.
Hello, and welcome to the World at War. Dire Bears Tuesday Night Scion 2nd Edition Chronicle. I'll be your story guide for the evening. Alright, folks, who remembers what happened last week?
Did my brain just skip?
For one, Robert dumbfounded everybody, or mostly Connor and whatnot, when he erected a small castle.
See, last week it was a fort, now it's a castle.
Fort, excuse
It
me.
keeps getting bigger.
My brain just like did a speed. My brain did the equivalent of like a speed bump because I was like I'm like typing stuff and like expecting you to introduce everybody and like it just.
But we've got to intro
What
everybody's
happened?
names now, so we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I was just like shit. I should have did this earlier.
You get used to it and everything. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It feels like the pacing's off.
Yeah.
As we extend it to get back on the pacing timer. Well,
We survived the night of the mountain lion attack.
Well, it's still going
It's
on.
still night.
I mean, yeah,
The
I
mountain
didn't know
lions are
how
still
long
around.
it went through, but apparently there was a silhouette of a thing with horns or antlers.
Antlers.
There
Deer
we go. I can't
antlers.
speak. Yeah, on the head. So.
Went to a town because Artemis said, go fix this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Discovered
No
that
cell
all
signal.
was not good and all good.
Creatures of some sort dragging people out. There are no bodies to verify if they are dead or alive.
There is blood, but not bodies, you're correct.
Yeah, there's blood, but no bodies. Big, muscle-bound, roid rage, glowy-eyed cats.
One of them bigger than the others.
Correct.
One extra roid ragey.
One is like saber-tooth sized, while the rest of them are still typical mountain lion size. Though physical
Just
changes
above
are
average
obviously
size.
starting to take effect.
Yeah.
They're swole.
They are swollen.
I like those lines on the box in front.
Good grief.
So the initial survivors that you found holed up in a diner. You loaded them up in your vehicle, and Samuel the Satyr was driving them back to Olympus with instructions not to show back up to pick y'all up until the sun was good enough.
Yeah.
These creatures are not just active at night, but they seem to be more active at night. Possibly because mountain lions are, ambush predators. So.
Yeah.
Let's see, you had searched around and found other survivors in town. The ones that seemed to be in a safe location, y'all pretty much left there. Let them know help was coming. If they needed food or water, y'all got that for them.
Clone Connor is there too.
With the family of
yes,
four.
he's with the family. Y'all were particularly concerned about them because the father was injured. And y'all weren't sure if these things might be infectious. Yeah, if these things might be infectious or not. Because you did have the incident where the town doctor was attacked while he was treating a fellow I think they mostly referred to as Bull.
I don't think we asked for a name.
He'd gone out into the forest or something and come back and.
Yeah, a few kind of farmsteads essentially outside of town had been attacked, and they sent
Bull to check on Roy and check it out, and he got mauled.
Right, he basically went out, figuring it was some kind of mountain lion or something. He went out to hunt it, and clearly he did find it, but he got the worst end of it. I made it back. The doc was patching him up. He was staying in that back room, which you had found with the window busted. Something had busted through the window. Him and the doc were not seen.
Yeah.
But it had y'all concerned about, it being infectious or something. I don't know. Y'all jumped in conclusions. I don't know what you're talking about.
Werebeasts are a thing.
Well, that's because in this setting, everything is a thing. Every version of a thing is a thing.
Yeah.
The chance is not 0.
Exactly. God damn, that reminds me. I want to play a werewolf game.
That was Troy Two Bulls. That was his name. I have too many notepads. I was looking at the wrong one. Anywho, so yes, Nuba spent part of that day building his fortress. Something his, dwarven heritage apparently lets him do. You had, you made the walls high enough, even the big tiger, or the big tiger-sized mountain lion, couldn't leap to the top. Once y'all started taking pot shots at it, it decided to leave because no predator's going to hang around where it can get hurt. As it was running across the street, Connor popped it with his staff once or twice. I believe Jaden shot it at least once.
Attempted to.
Twice, excuse me.
Yeah, but we found out it was immune to that.
It's clearly got an armored hide. I think y'all had figured out it was probably Nemedian. Was it Nemedian? The lion Hercules killed.
The Nemean lion?
Nemean, thank you. Which is in the modern days, just a catch-all term for any of these sort of Titan-enhanced creatures.
We know now.
Yeah, we didn't figure that out last week.
Yeah, we didn't figure that out, but we know now.
Had.
No,
or maybe I was just looking at Sarah's occult skill and going, she should probably know this.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, y'all were plotting. I think y'all were talking about possibly jumping in and following it when somebody tried to snipe one of you. I forget which one.
Connor.
It was Connor.
Tried to snipe him from another rooftop with an arrow. And when y'all glanced over, like Rap was saying a second ago, you saw the outline. Looked like a cloaked figure, more or less human shape and size.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the antlers coming up out of the hood.
That could be a headdress.
It could absolutely be a headdress. Or a helmet.
Or a dryad.
Or some lesser known creature. It could be anything.
And then
A deer tar.
Connor and Jaden were contemplating which one was going to follow.
That's pretty much where we left off, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, enforcing the boundary is still active from last week.
But that only affects people within a certain range of you, correct?
Within a certain range of her, but it can move with her. So
Okay. It's like a paladin's buff.
Just staying like a central.
You've kind of got the paladin's aura going.
Yeah.
Are you just staying in like a central location from all of us?
I mean, right now, we're all grouped up enough together that it's affecting everyone, but she can't keep up with either of the speedy kids.
Yeah.
I mean, throw you on one of their backs and they run off. It'll be fine.
1 second. I gotta check that.
Sasha Adele. Protective backpack.
Because of me.
Well, my only concern is that there's an issue when you can't use Rush while using it, so I would think that being used as a backpack would probably affect it as well.
Is Rush essentially an attack? Isn't that where you rush up and push people or something?
No, it's a movement skill.
Movement. I'm just getting confused with something else then.
For whenever you use movement dice.
It moves with you, but you may not take rush or disengage actions. It doesn't say anything about being a backpack.
You aren't taking it, but someone else can. You're just focusing on,
Yeah, that may be more a you have to focus sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just double checking it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Connor's gonna look down the wall. Those other 3 roid cats still sitting there watching us.
I thought Royd Cat left because you
The
bobbed it
big
too
one
hard.
did. I think he's talking about the smaller ones.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the smaller ones are still kind of buffed. Not as buffed as the saber-tooth one, but buffed enough.
Just like looking down at them still. Polaris is just looking down and it's just like, y'all aren't so tough. Even the guy over there wasn't that tough.
But yeah, some of the smaller ones are still around. They're not up close to the wall anymore. When the big ones started leaving, they started pulling back a little bit.
I'm surprised they didn't all get emasculated from the big cat just being like embarrassed.
I mean, if you want to go down there and try to wrestle one, you're more than welcome to.
I'm tempted to, honestly,
I think
just to thin the herd a bit. Or the pack?
it's probably a pack.
We'll go with that pack.
I don't know. What's a cavalcade of roid cats?
A gym of cats.
A
And
gym?
nuisance.
A
Yeah,
membership?
Mountain
So that's,
lions are generally either solitary or in mated pairs. Lions are prides.
So, shall I go clear out the gym membership?
Let's not call it that.
That sounds weird.
Someone's gonna try to patent it later. It's gonna be stupid. And then we have to live with that for the rest of our lives. Or until the patent runs out.
I'm glad I got to pick our name then.
I don't know.
Isn't it called a clouder?
Arr.
It's a clouder.
Group of cats.
That's the noise they make when there's a bunch of them together. Clouder, 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 clouder.
We should be concentrating on if we're going to chase this guy or not. Who's probably now out of sight.
That
Probably
person's-
long gone, yeah.
That person's
Well, the
gone by
second y'all
now.
saw him, he turned around and dropped off the back of the house he was standing on, so he was out of sight almost immediately.
Mhm.
I mean, I can probably pick up the trail.
Let's do that during the day.
Not by yourself.
But,
We can do it at night if we want to. Just not by yourself.
back to it's like, so y'all want me to deal with them? Less cats to mess with the town?
Do we really need to deal with them? At this very moment, do we know if taking out the leader will... I don't know.
Connor's gonna sort of glance back to Foe. Connor, did the cats there change in any way from the larger cat getting emasculated?
No, they're still kind of patrolling around the house.
Okay. Yeah, Connor just, no, it didn't really change what any of the others are doing. They're still patrolling around that house with the family.
I just don't think like clearing them out is going to magically make it so that there's less cats the next night. Someone's doing this and is just capable of creating them.
If they are somehow former town members, maybe? We wouldn't want to potentially deprive them of being brought back. Potentially.
I guess that's true too. It's not lycanthropy.
We don't know that for certain.
It could be a polymorph, but it's not lycanthropy.
Either way, there's some crazy person with antlers involved. It could be anything.
If you want to scout, Jaden, I'll go with you. Just so no one's alone.
Sure.
Clicks the flashlight on. Alright.
That means we'll need somebody to make sure we're not being chased by The lions.
So I get my wish after all, huh?
There you go. Wish granted. Fortissimos. I'll pop it at Connor.
Alrighty.
Well, and Sasha,
Mm,
so you know, I can't really kill anything with this. And he twirls the staff. So, I mean, they'll get hurt pretty bad, but they won't die.
we don't know if it's like lycanthropy or whatnot, so eliminate the threat, I suppose.
Phew.
Yeah, and he'll just extend the staff, launch himself over the wall, and behind the cats.
Alright. Try to pull up their stats. I lost the spot. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so you're launching yourself off the wall before they try to sneak out.
Yep.
Draw attention. Alright. As soon as you start to move, all the cats, a couple of them were kind of lounging around. Everybody's up on their feet and alert.
I'm on the ground.
Alright, they're coming for you.
Okay.
Pew 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 pew.
So want me to go ahead and roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll attack. We're not going to worry about the whole initiative thing with these guys.
Sure.
Playing pool with cats.
As the hooded guy had distracted you, the big one's already gone. But
Yeah,
Way over
so
the
that
fucking
is
discussion.
9 successes.
Alright, their defense is a... Let's see, the little guys. Their defense is a 2.
Mm.
So yeah, whichever one you aimed at, you definitely hit.
Yeah.
You said you had 9, so that gives you basically 7 extra to spend.
Free hit. 2 crits.
I think that's overkill with this one.
Yeah, that's how much it
No,
took
it's
to
not.
take out that first one.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah,
It's between the eyes.
yeah, and he drops like you poleaxed it. Again, it's a lot sturdier than a normal animal should be, but not enough sturdier that it makes a difference. With your epic strength and unbreakable staff.
It also does aggravate at this point, right?
Yeah, it does aggravated damage too.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't kill anything. I can only do damage that it can't heal.
Basically.
I'm not saying Monkey Boy was lying to somebody, but
It's alive, but it's crippled.
This is
Yeah.
in Pokemon.
it was a blow to the head. It's going to be it's going to have issues when it wakes up.
I mean, he did
know the move?
he did say he can't kill with it because it's a bashing
Uh-huh.
weapon. Granted, as master of weapons, I can add lethal if I want to, but
This is just false swipe from Pokemon. You just beat someone until they're at 1 HP.
yeah, basically.
All right, so the first one went down. The other two, because there were 3 relatively close to the wall.
Yeah.
You see some further laying ones moving in since they now have a target. I guess you'd say it was the more cautious ones. But the 2 closest to you attack.
Okay.
Let's see. Need a couple more dice. Oh, let's see. Still getting used to the fact that 7s aren't successes. All right, you got 3 successes.
Okay, I'm gonna make my defense roll.
All right, which stat are you using?
Stamina.
All right, you got 1 success.
So, 2 successes because I'm on the ground.
All right. So it takes 2. So it's got 1 extra.
So I have 3 defense now because I start at 1
You start at 1. You rolled 1 success.
with an additional 1 because I'm on the ground. I get a +1 enhancement to all might and stamina rolls while I'm on the ground.
Oh, I got
or
you.
on
I got
ground
you.
level.
Okay, then it has no extra, but it does have. It does hit though.
3 damage.
Yes. However, I have soft armor 4.
Let's see. In the soft armor, And soft armor is the one that reduces the damage, or they have to have an extra success to do the damage.
Right.
And hard armor is the one that just bumps your defense flat out.
Mhm.
Okay. I keep wanting to swap those in my head for some reason.
Me too. Not gonna lie. It took me a while to get my head around that one when I was building Connor.
I'm going to print the book out, I swear to God.
All right, so they made physical contact with you, but didn't have the extra successes to actually buy any damage. So
Right.
you've probably got a nice slash in your shirt or your pants leg or wherever it was they hit you.
Mm-hmm. But it
But
just
you
hits
yourself
stone.
are unarmed. And the second one's going to do
It's
the
my
same thing.
favorite pants.
I mean, hopefully with a better roll. But...
You want to use the same defense roll for this one, or want me to roll again for its attack?
This would be a separate attack coming in, so you would have to roll separately.
Sure. All right.
But he only got
Another
one
2
success,
defense
so he
added?
get anything added to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one doesn't even make contact.
Yep.
All right, now who all is sneaking off?
Jaden and I.
Yeah. Jane is hilarious.
All right. So y'all slipping out one of the side doors or dropping down off the wall?
Probably at one of the side doors if all the cats have already went after Connor.
Yeah, early in the
At least
evening
the
they had
ones
been kind of
immediately
patrolling
honest.
around, checking out doors and stuff. But that was really the 3 that Connor is currently engaging. They stayed up close. You know, there's a few from side
Just go
streets
on
that are
the
coming
opposite
out now
side.
that Connor's on the ground. But
Yeah.
Just go the opposite direction from wherever Connor is.
Mm-hmm.
well, he'd be in the front. The hooded
So
man
we'll take one of the-
was on a house across the street and, a couple houses down.
Mm-hmm.
But you can slip out the back way and,
We'll just take a side and go
yeah.
the long way. Yeah,
circle around a little bit to get there.
Mm-hmm.
that'll work.
I mean, the cats are moving pretty quickly towards Connor. Go ahead and give me... Let me pull up a sheet here. I'm sure stealth is a thing on here somewhere.
Subterfuge?
No? Subterfuge, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Subterfuge is pretty much all the stealth-related stuff.
Oh, I have nothing in subterfuge. That's fine.
I do.
Which is weird, because you ought to be able to sneak around pretty well.
Because subterfuge is also like, it's just a catch-all deception. It's stealth, it's like lying to people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would depend on what stat you used with it. I guess if you could use subterfuge, and then
Yeah, if you
use
use, like,
dexterity
cunning.
for...
Yeah,
Being sneaky.
so
So
it makes sense. It's just weird.
Well, it's a real loose system, so anything you could justify, you could just about use.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me a subterfuge and dex roll.
Okay.
I know Jaden's got a little bit of dex.
4 successes. And one of them's a 10.
Was that all your dexterity?
No. 5 dexterity. Basically almost all.
S. One success.
Okay. You are in
My
luck.
purview is more lying to people than it is.
Yeah. So none of the cats seem to notice. At least wise, none of them snarl and come at you. And y'all start circling a couple buildings down. Alright, the 2 of you still on the wall. Robert and Sasha. What are y'all planning to do?
Shoot the cats.
I mean, yeah. About really all Robert can do is probably take a few pop shots.
How tall are the walls again?
About 15 feet.
Okay, so he would still be in short range, pretty much. So the enforcing the boundary would still work.
That's right, because the range on that's like 30 feet or something.
Yeah, it's short range, so whatever short range is.
Okay.
I think we said it was like
that's
30 feet.
in the 30 foot.
90 feet.
Oh,
Oh,
is it 90?
90 feet.
Yeah, the bands are counted in meters.
Oh, 30 meters then, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Go ahead and go first, Robert.
Sure, let's go ahead and roll some dice. Yeah. This da. So let's see. Yeah, dexterity firearm.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Or all right. Let's see how RNG tells me no. I got 2.
All right,
Technically
that's 2
3
successes.
because of the firearm tag.
Yeah, that would be an enhancement, so that would go on and make it 3.
Yeah.
All right,
We'll make
their defense is 2, so that hits, and you've got 1 extra.
All right. And cheat
So-
sheet combat status. Let's find close combat range attack.
Connor has taken out 1. You just
No,
did
it doesn't.
damage to
Corn in jail. Bonk.
2. All right,
Directly to it.
so what are your ranged options in the combat stunts?
It's just inflict damage, critical hit, disarm, empty the clip, but it doesn't have an auto tag. Knock down, but that's successful equal to the opponent's stamina. Pin, which pin applies a complication of 2 on the character's next attack.
Just never gonna.
I
hit
would
Connor.
say it would probably be about impossible to pin somebody with a pistol shot.
What?
Well, you
Yeah,
could
if
pin
it was
somebody's
an
hand to
arrow,
the
it'd be
wall
one
with an
thing.
arrow, or if you're using some
Yeah.
sort of net gun or a bolo, or
What
Yeah,
if
that I
you're
believe.
what if you're like doing suppressing fire? That's a pin.
Let's see. Pin
I
applies a
guess
complication
that's
of 2 to the character's next attack.
Have you tried attacking someone in a hell of gunfire? It's
You
not easy.
receive 1 automatic injury condition related to damage done to women. That would, yeah, I could see that being an explanation for it, because you're basically applying complications to them.
hmm
That they have to,
So-
they either have to spend successes to overcome those complications, or they take damage. So you're right. That's probably what it's intended to be.
okay. So
Just pinning someone down, not like a physical.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll inflict some damage, and I'll use the last points to essentially be a nuisance. Since I have regenerative bullets, as long as I don't empty the clip, I should just be able to kind of every so often continuously fire shots to kind of keep it from doing anything.
Okay.
So we'll go with that.
All right. So you did 1 damage to it, and it has a complication on it.
Haha!
As if it was going to hit Connor in the first place.
Right.
It's always possible.
Oh no, it's
One's
always
happened.
numbered.
possible.
It's just statistically unlikely. All right, Sasha.
There's how many cats nearby?
All right, there were 3 directly in the. There were 3 that have run up on Connor.
Okay.
One of them is
And-
dead. Robert just smacked another one. So there's 1 more right there, and there's 2 more coming off from a distance that'll be there. Next round they'll be able to attack him.
Okay.
But they're currently running up.
She will take a ranged attack at the other one. 'Cause
Okay.
I bumped up the girl's firearm skills before last session. Firearms and dex.
Mhm.
I'm also going to be using Flatlander.
Okay, what is Flatlander?
Is a liminal skill or liminal knack. When you make a close combat, thrown, or ranged attack, you gain access and 1 enhancement to apply any of the following stunts to your action in addition to the default set. I'll link it in the chat.
Okay. Anytime y'all use the new knack, I'm going to be asking y'all what it is, because because I don't remember them all.
That's why all of mine are just stuff that happens to me.
She's going to be using Glimpse the other side if she hits.
Wow, that's that's messed
Liminal,
up.
man.
That
Yeah,
sure
that's
is
messed
tough.
up.
Messed up.
Uh-huh.
And 2 enhancements because it's at a firearm at range
Mhm.
and an enhancement from the skill. So 5 successes.
Oakley dokley. All right. It's almost as messed up as I got a buddy in a Call of Cthulhu game that's got a gun that if he crits with it, it melts him like at the end of Indiana Jones.
Nice.
And then
nice.
everybody
Oh,
that sees it has
God.
to make sanity checks. At least the first time you see it.
What do you want the Clash of Wills to be?
All right. Clash of Wheels.
It doesn't give me a default.
So you are, let's see, glimpse the other side. Any success above defense. Make a Clash of Wheels. If the target fails, they are removed from reality, leaving play entirely until the start of their next turn. So is that the start of your next turn, or the next time they get to go?
Removed from reality until the start of their next turn.
Okay. All right, so Clash of Wheels. We're going to go with something mental for this one, because this is clearly just a magical effect.
Okay.
Let's go with Resolve.
Okay, resolve, just straight resolve.
Yes.
It's resolve or her resolve.
I would let her use Resolve or Power.
Let's see which one is better.
Or not Power, I mean Intellect. The Power.
They're
stat
same.
and the- yeah.
All right. Hey guys, we got momentum.
Woo!
All right.
But you know- It never hurts to probably spend a pinch.
All right,
You
so
know.
it got 1 success. You got no successes,
So
so
it's
it
not
won.
torn from reality.
It's not torn from reality, unfortunately.
But you
Still
still
hits.
hit, so you still
Still
did
does
damage to
damage.
it.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
on 3. That's 1 damage.
Do you have enough to
3.
crit?
Let me pull up the combat stunts because I was just looking at the liminal ones.
Me too.
I think you have to have 4 extra for a crit,
Yeah.
unless you're common.
She'll just do damage or inflict damage,
Okay.
and yeah, she'll also do the pin.
All right, so this one also has the condition on them.
This is
But this one has a condition of, let's see, 3 successes. The defense is 2, so you just had the 1 extra. So yeah. So they both got a condition, 1 condition on them.
both the firearms have piercing.
Yeah,
Yes.
Firearms do have piercing.
Now, piercing is just the damage type, I believe.
It does bypass certain types of armor though as well.
Okay.
No, yeah, piercing is a specific modifier. Meant to punch through protective layers of armor, reduce a target's hard armor value by 1 or soft armor value by 2.
Well, the Nemeans are specifically immune to piercing.
Okay.
All we're doing is pissing them off.
Yeah.
We're just hitting them.
Well, you can still do damage to them. I mean, the piercing,
Piercing effect doesn't work.
and these guys are not as tough as the full size one. That's the one that the arrow just flat pinked off of.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
the big cat essentially laughed it off like, I didn't even feel that mosquito.
And then
And then the
Connor.
staff.
Oh, a stick! Who gave the monkey a stick? All right.
Father.
Another monkey.
Okay. Where were we? That was everybody has gone, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Right.
So back up to the top of the order. We'll just go in the order we had it in, since we didn't roll initiative for the whole
Sure.
portion. Then. So Connor.
Yes.
Yeesh.
9 successes.
I says, yeesh.
I would have had 11, but I think that
Bonk.
Fortismo's thing only works once.
One turn.
Yeah. So, only 9 again.
Maybe when I become a god, we'll see. But until then,
All right, so 9 total successes. You rolled 4 successes, and you've got the multiple
Enhancements.
So
Yeah.
all right, so 2 to hitting. That leaves you with 7, just like last time. So
Just like last time, yeah.
bonk bonk.
now you got 2 more targets that have run up on you.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going after them or after the 2 that are pinned down by hails of gunfire in front of you?
I want to take care of the ones near me so I can focus on the ones running up.
All right. Well, both of them were already damaged. So if you hit one of the damaged ones, well, any of them you hit are dead at this point. But
Whack, whack.
Directly to Horny Joe.
All right, so you take number
Yeah.
2 out.
They said they were damaged already. So I used the first 2 attacks on 2 to take it out because that'd be 3 damage total.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use the 3rd attack on the 3rd one.
Oh, you're doing multiple attacks. Okay. All right. So how many of them did you wind up hitting?
The 2 in front of me.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
Since-
both of them took damage. They're both out then.
And then he'll focus on the 2 running up next.
And both of them decide to jump you. Let's see what we're doing with
Okay.
this mini dice.
All the dice.
I wish. All right. To re-roll that one. All right, 2 successes. They have to have what, 3 to hit you?
Well, let me do my defense roll.
Okay. Oh, that's right. The defense roll is why they had to have that many other targets.
Okay, so I have 3 armor for them to even hit me.
All
Or
right.
for this one to even hit me.
The first one did not.
Okay.
Oh, so many 7s.
Out of curiosity, story guide, do you have to tell us that you're spending your tension?
I don't recall. Seems like it would only be polite, but. All right.
I'm not putting the thought in your head.
Oh no! I
Yes.
know at what point I'm going to start spending tension. Don't worry. All right. So that was both of them coming up on him. Jaden and Telarius, I assume y'all are continuing along the path. Y'all run down, in the jumping fences in the backyards. Though in this town, a lot of the backyards didn't actually bother with the little fences, but some would do.
Laggy for me all of a sudden.
But you circle, or you go a couple houses down and cut across. Basically crossing the street kind of right in front of the house that you saw this figure on. All the cats in the area seem to be pretty focused on the fortress and Connor out in front of it.
Making our way downtown.
Okay. Well, like you're approaching, y'all are across the street. You're approaching the house the figure was on, and he dropped off He'd have dropped off into its backyard.
And she would go to see if she could pick up anything.
All right, roll me whatever you roll for tracking. Survival, I suppose.
Survival. And what?
This would be mental.
Oh.
So intellect or cunning, either one you want.
I'll tap Jaden with the Fortissimos.
Okay. Which gives her what, a +1 enhancement?
+2.
+2. Okay.
Plus it's a handy light just to help the way through.
3.
It's a handy light to ruin her night vision.
To alert
Alright.
people where you are.
No, none of that.
3 in total.
You can definitely find where he landed. That left a strong imprint. It's a little harder to tell when he takes off across the backyard. He's clearly wearing some sort of soft-soled shoe.
But she'll start tracking with the first set of tracks she found. And with Worrying Hound, which will be activated. I do not face any increased difficulty in tracking down my target. I always have some idea of where my target has gone and gain +1 enhancer to keep up with him. And to apply any stunts I may have access to from my hunter knacks.
So that's technically a 4, or did you just activate that?
I don't know if it needs to be activated or because I probably just maybe activated it. Maybe I would have activated it before.
Okay. But
Yeah.
continuing on, rough, like running across hard-packed earth, which would normally make tracking more difficult, she just doesn't take that penalty.
Mm-hmm.
I can still call for a roll. She can still flub the roll.
Yeah, but it's not increased difficulty.
But the increased difficulties, she still only needs the one success.
Gotcha. So, I was gonna say, where does the 3 successes get her?
Oh, that she's found the tracks, and this guy landed, took off. You follow him back to kind of the back. This one's got this yard had the little waist high chain link fence, like you keep a dog in.
Mm-hmm.
So you track into where he jumped. He jumped that back fence, kind of running into a small wooded area.
Mm-hmm. And she'll keep following the whatever track she
Well,
can find.
y'all crossed the street. You looked around. So moving on to Robert and Sasha.
I was gonna say I'd also be keeping eyes and making sure that no one's like actively looking at us while Jaden's like head to the ground, like looking like where's the track? Where's the track? Where's the track? Making sure someone doesn't just bow us in the eye while that's happening.
All right. Yeah, you don't see anybody.
Okay. Good.
But then nobody saw him last time until he took his shot.
It's fair.
All right. So back to the port. Robert and Sasha. The 2 y'all were pinning down are dead. 2 more have shown up. Well, the 2 you saw running are now here. They both tried and failed to catch a hold of Connor.
Well, second verse, same as the first. I guess I'll go for the one on the right.
Okay.
Blam blam.
As I have a small cat decide to say, "Hey, Dad, your lap is fantastic, and you have food."
It's better than one of my gaming buddies. We game over at his brother's house, and his brother's Rottweiler has just decided your lap is my favorite lap. So he has to stay pulled up to the table.
Okay, well, I only get
2
2
successes?
successes this go round, so the best I can do is just inflict damage.
Okay. So you do a damage to it, number 4. Sasha.
Again, second verse, same as the first. Taking a shot at the one on the right. Still
Okay.
using Flatlander.
Second verse, same as the first. Put me in a plane so I can put them in a hearse.
That would be 6 successes.
Yowza. So
You're
6
better off hitting the
successes.
left. You might kill
So
it.
2 to hit it, and then you could pin it with 4, or you could just crit him.
Oh, I'm gonna try the glimpse the other side.
Oh, right.
And doing intellect again. One success.
Let's see. He uses his desperation pool. Let's not put my dice. All right, 1 success, but it was a 10, so he gets to reroll, and it's only the 1. Let's see. Success. Ties go to the player. So he vanishes.
There might be like a small noise of triumph.
I did it. It worked.
But you also
It's
inflicted
really
damage. So let me
worked.
put that down.
I'll just go like straight damage. Could I do a crit? I do have
Does
6
your does the glimpse the other side require any extra successes?
No.
Any success above defense, make a clash of wills.
Just to clash.
She can't
the
do
clash of wills
anything.
is the thing you don't.
She can't. It can't be targeted after the action has been done, though. So would she have inflicted the damage and then they disappeared?
You gain access to a plus one enhancement. Any of the following stunts to your action in addition to the default set. Yeah, it doesn't say you burn up your extra successes triggering this.
Yeah. It just adds
this
like
is just an extra effect going on. Looks like.
Yeah, it's just extra like combat stunts that you get for just that knack and that taking liminal and all that.
All right, so it sounds like it gives you the one enhancement, and that enhancement's what applies to this. So your 9 successes, 2 to hit it, or was it 9 you had?
No, 6 successes.
6 successes, 2 to hit it, which leaves you with the 4, which is what is required for a crit. So you do an extra damage to it.
Okay, I will do that.
All right, so your bullet hits right in its face. It kind of curls up. It falls over and it's still for just a second and it fades out.
It'll appear at the end of its next turn.
But if it's dead, does it get a next turn?
I mean, technically...
Just stuck in between the realms.
Set Glock on disintegrate.
You know when you spawn stuff in Skyrim and it just goes poof.
Like the janitors on the other side are going to get upset. All these dead mountain lions keep showing up. They've got the little push broom.
There's some Egyptian god somewhere. Like, what the hell?
All right, who's killing cats? Because we do not tolerate that around here.
They're bad cats. It doesn't matter. A balance must be kept.
All right. So 5 is dead. 4 is around. So be seriously reconsidering its options.
Just watch one blink from reality. He's like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
I'm done. I
mean, Connor's look basically to all these cats is, hey, you fucked around. You found out.
All right. Let's see. All right, so we're back around to the top of the order. Connor.
I was going to take a quick, just free moment to go, which one of you did that?
Don't look at me!
Warman, I'm giving you a hug when I get back up there.
Okay, take care of the cats.
Right, remind me not to piss you off, especially if you're gonna make me
distracted.
One shot.
He's distracted by disappearing cat. Only got 1 success on that roll, so 5 technically. But
I got 1 success on the dice, but I got 5.
I was about to say, sir, come on.
All right, so that you do damage to it. Since you only require 3 for a crit, that still means you critted on it.
Yeah.
That's like
so it did.
when you play a rogue and they have expertise. And it's like I rolled a 2, so that's a 20.
I only rolled a 5, but that's like a 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, rogues, reliable talent.
Mm-hmm.
Reliable talent makes my rolls a lie.
All right, cutting back to the woods then.
I should have said this last time I go, but she would have also turned on Silence in the Woods.
Okay, what does that do?
When pursuing a target, you make no noise at all, adding +2 enhancement to avoid detection based on hearing sound hearing and sound, including things that can perceive vibrations without specifically hearing, and to set up ambushes.
Ooh.
Now, do any of these require you to invest your legend?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. These are all like.
But these are the fairly low
It
tier
just
ones,
happens.
probably.
These are fairly low, yes.
Typically don't require it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I know a few, like you having Faux Connor out requires.
No.
I thought it required one. You got something that required one.
No, it's when he he does his stunt to like run fast, ain't it?
I think it's just boons that require legend.
Yeah, it's my boons.
And this enhancement applies before you roll. Recording equipment is also unable to pick up your sound. So.
Speaking of silent noises, hello, Scully.
Uh-oh.
Some dirt and like pack it on themselves, like around the face area. Hi.
You.
Hello.
You're frozen.
You cut up.
Really
Ouch.
bad.
I think I gathered what you're doing. You're putting some dirt on your face or something.
Try it.
Please hold as we get your regularly scheduled Deca back online.
Oh, come on. I was just about to shoot him in the face, too.
It's not happening.
Okay.
You know, I heard that.
Oh, he knows you heard him. He doesn't care.
I wasn't certain he'd hear me.
But what were you saying before, Deca?
Telarius is going to pack some dirt like on their face and just like try to make themselves seem, basically trying to blend themselves in with the woods in general.
Okay.
My metamorphosis says even species, so a tree is a species of some kind.
He's seen Predators. He knows how this works.
Yeah, they have.
All right. Jaden and Telarius. I need one of you to pick even or odd. I don't care which one of you, but one of you needs to pick.
Odd.
Jane, you're scouting.
All right. 1, 2.
Bless you.
Thank you.
3.
Thank you.
4.
Oh no.
5, and that one's a 10, so I re-roll. All right, so still just 5. Plus. Let's see. Make sure any of those. All right. I don't think you've got armor, so that won't really matter. All right. An arrow comes out of the darkness, Telarius. It is aimed at you. Do you want to make a roll to try to jack up your defense?
Wait, who's it aimed at?
You.
Yes, I would like to roll.
Because Rap called odd, and I rolled even, so it was you.
Okay.
All right, so what stat do you think you should defend with?
It's just one stat. It's just one of my attributes that I'm rolling, right?
It's a straight attribute.
One of your defense.
And it's got to make sense. Yeah, one of your defensive ones, excuse me. Or,
yeah.
So either, I guess, finesse or resilience would work. Anything in those categories. And it's got to make some sense. It's an arrow coming at your head, you know.
Sure. Like I said, I was trying to like disguise myself as like the wood, and I'm not saying I'm a perfect tree or anything, but like, you know, you see brown and then you see brown next to me. So I was thinking maybe manipulation or presence.
Let's see. Presence is a power. You need a finesse or resilience, I think.
Manipulation.
Manipulation is finesse.
Oh, you can roll manipulation. I'll let you roll manipulation.
Sure. Two successes.
All right. So your defense goes from being the baseline 1
to 3.
to 3. So he still hits you.
Sure.
2 extra successes.
Question: How
Yes.
far away are they? Are they more than 90 feet?
Oh,
Meters.
absolutely. They
Okay,
went.
never
They
mind.
went a couple of houses down and then across the road. They're climbing over a fence
Never
into
mind.
out of somebody's backyard. So yeah. Always ask. Always keep up with your buffs.
Yeah.
I don't know how many
Yeah.
times
That
playing
would
D&D
negate
and
this.
Pathfinder,
Yeah.
somebody at my buddy Carl's would get frustrated, and Carl would just grab the wet erase and draw a big plus whatever on the map in and amongst all the figures, so we wouldn't forget.
Yep.
That's a
All right, so
mood.
he's got 2 extra successes. What is your close combat skill?
My
Hilarious.
close combat is 3.
All right. He attempts to disarm you, to basically knock the light out, but he doesn't have quite enough successes to do it.
I just like catch it midair while it's like out of my hand for like a second.
I asked what I asked what your stat was before saying what he did, so it would be fair to
Sure.
go on second thought. He didn't do that because he didn't have enough to do it, because he doesn't know that. So the arrow comes in and catches you across the arm, but it's not enough to make you drop the.
You just hear a very sharp. Do I know where the arrow's coming from?
Yeah, did we see where the arrow was kind of coming from?
It seemed to come from up high and kind of come down, not straight down. I mean, it's at an angle, but he's obviously in a tree.
Jaden will then pull Talarius behind a tree, behind where the arrow was coming from.
Yeah, you can tell the general direction at least.
And then be the combat medic, and as a reflective action, heal their injury. Like if he was injury, it'll be a bruise.
Ow.
Or a bruise, and it'll be gone.
I assume it's currently a bruise.
Yeah, it's you just took one.
And
one level.
you're not bruised anymore. You're fine.
Is this taking any sort of time? Because they would be like, no, go get the guy. You're like,
I think she said it was
managing it up. And it's like, no, they're just like,
it's a reflective action. So
okay.
Now the yanking you behind
Talarius
the tree
doesn't know that though. They're just something. Like, yeah. Talarius doesn't know that. They're just like, no, don't worry about me. Go get the guy out.
Can anybody hear me? Because I'm seeing a bunch of mouths moving and I'm not hearing nobody.
I just got sound back.
Okay, I hear you now. Okay.
Went really quiet. I thought I lost connection.
No, everybody did.
That's tame.
Well,
No, Discord just took a crap because I'm sitting here and I'm tapping my own headset like, oh.
Okay, so it was Discord goofing on us, not okay.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Zoom was obviously working because I'm seeing all y'all.
Yeah.
Something's not right here.
Sure.
All right, so what were you trying to say, Jade?
She would go and then climb the tree, so that she can try to see if she can take a shot.
I would have given athletics.
Also blinked. Would have also blinked the light at.
Athletics, what?
Let's see, for climbing, I would say that you could use. I could say you use might or dexterity.
Dexterity's kind of higher than might, so let's hope for something. 1.
That's enough to start climbing the tree.
Yep.
Maybe not enough that you're super graceful at it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would have also have given her the +2, so it would have been like a 3.
Okay, in that case, it's a bit more graceful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like as I have a spare moment and like just like holding the arm like this, even though they probably don't need to, just like fortissimos.
They don't need to. It doesn't hurt. It's gone now. Bruising.
Yeah.
Phantom pains. He remembers that it hurt,
Mm,
and he's not used to instantaneous healing.
To be a little dramatic.
A little bit.
No, they're not dramatic at all. No,
And so, like,
completely outside their character.
and since she's quiet at it, since she is pursuing the target to at least shoot at it, so when she gets there, she'll see if she can make a shot.
All right. Give me a what you usually roll to shoot. It is dark and he is hiding, so that is going to be a complication. So his defense will be a little higher, effectively. Basically, you'll be at a -1, or however you describe complications. But you think you know the general area, so you start scanning that area. So, give me the roll. All right, so that's one success on the roll.
And it is a firearm. Wouldn't that be another success?
Are you using a gun or using your bow?
No, my bow.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, effectively, it still counts as a firearm, yeah.
a ranged tag, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That you've got the proper weapon and the proper training for. Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right, so that gets you up to 2. That is not enough to surpass his defense.
But don't I have extra because Talarius gave Jaden, or was that a one-time use?
He did click it when she was starting climbing the tree.
I used it on the climb.
They did click it. They clicked it.
Climb, so yeah.
Oh, so okay, so it's a one-time use.
It is once per, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time he hits you with it, that next something you do.
Okay.
That I think it has to involve a skill roll. But anyway.
I think it yeah.
I'm picturing Hilarious on the ground, and they're just keeping Jaden in the spotlight.
Click, click, click.
Right.
Which is, probably counterproductive to some degree.
From the back at the fort, we just see like the flashlight going on and off.
Having a rave over there?
We're in the smallest town in a depopulated state. How did Hilarious find a rave?
For a rave, actually. This is where they have them, in the shittiest towns.
It's a small town, though, so it's just one person at the rave.
Mm. But I imagine when they use Fortissimos on their mag light, it's a softer color versus the harsh LED lighting.
Or maybe it looks exactly like a glow stick. All right. So anyway, the shot misses. He's in amongst branches. He's using that as cover. It does appear to be the same hooded figure with the antlers, which in hindsight, you likely find mildly impressive that he's not getting those antlers tangled up in limbs. I mean, real deer have trouble with that.
Uh-huh.
All right, back over at the fort. What are the rest of y'all doing? Because all them shooting at each other is with arrows, so you're not really going to be hearing it from where you're at.
Well, I'm going to do what I said. Connor's going to do what he said he was going to do. He's sitting the staff, leaping back up onto the wall, immediately finds Sasha, and then just hug.
Trying to not hit with gun.
Extends an arm. Okay, how the hell did you do that?
Magic.
Start shaking. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was really neat. I'm impressed.
And Robert, as that little exchange, y'all's little exchange is going on, you see the dead cat reappear laying on the ground.
Oh God. Well, that
What?
it's back. Though it's
Oh.
dead, it came back.
They don't go away forever. Just
Looks back. Looks at Sasha. That was still so cool.
That's even cooler.
I was about to say that's terrifying, but that's also very
It's
impressive.
amazing.
most
She
of
can
what I do
kick
is
people out of
terrifying.
reality. That's what you did, right? You didn't just turn it invisible?
I think it's out of reality. Briefly. A couple seconds.
I mean,
Enough to where it's not a problem.
This is so cool.
Are there any other cats coming?
No, you don't see any yet.
Think I bloody their noses enough?
Well, we've at least thinned the herd, so hopefully won't have any trouble out there.
Smash cut to them having trouble.
Yeah.
But so, well, I mean, I guess we can stay here and keep kind of defending the area if more come around, or did you want to do some scouting there, Connor?
Well,
if one of us go, we would all be going. No one's going alone.
Fair.
Yeah, and I'm hold on. And he'll cut back to himself, other Connor. How's the family looking?
Family's fine. Bo Connor and the dad are, over at the vent looking out. There have been a couple of attempts by the cats to climb the side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a brick house, and they're not getting any kind of traction. One will try it every now and then and give up. The numbers you've seen around the house vary. It's like some of them may wander off and come back. There's always at least one out there. Because they know there's prey up there. They just can't get to it.
Yeah. Fake Connor over there is gonna... He'll pull out his phone and look at it. My twin just killed 5 of these things. He puts the phone away.
The dad's like, oh, it's great, but how many of them do you think there are?
There's a really, really big one that showed up near them too, but he kind of sent it running.
He goes, yeah, that's the one that got me.
Well, you can be avenged that he kind of knocked it across the street.
You folks aren't normal at all, are you?
Not at all, no. I mean, we literally got sent by Artemis to check out what was going on here, so
We're on a mission from God.
Dis.
Hey, God.
God dis.
yeah.
He looks like he doesn't necessarily know how to react to that.
I'd be surprised if anyone actually knew how to react to those comments.
No, gods are known in this universe.
I know, but
they're not necessarily believed by everybody, because even as active as they are, not everybody witnesses it firsthand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would literally be the same as like me coming up to you and like, yeah, Hades just told me to come up here and do a little bit of good work. It's like, wait, really? Him? Of all people?
Hades would tell you.
Question. Did we send the animals with Samuel?
No.
So they've been with us.
They are inside the fort.
Yeah.
Okay.
With us.
They weren't up on the wall because they weren't going to do no good up on the walls. They're just in the fort somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't remember if we sent them or not. I'm like, wait.
No, they're with us. They're just on the bottom floor of the fort I made. So in case they were the first line of defense.
Goodbye. And they're tense, and anytime one of the cats was sniffing around the door, they were Spruce would be growling, and Smoochums would be making that weird noise Smoochums makes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can already hear Smoochums making that low alligator growl.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard noise to describe, but you can tell the instant you hear it that's an aggressive noise.
Yeah.
You can tell when you hear that you need to get gone.
Mm-hmm.
No, you hear that
back way in the caveman brain's like, oh fuck.
It's like when you hear a rattlesnake's rattle. Okay, I need to know exactly what direction that's coming from so I can go the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, Fake Connor's gonna look. I was like, I mean, I could go out there and fight him, but I'm not nearly as durable as my twin is.
One good hit, he's doing the same thing that cat did.
Yeah.
But the dad's like, oh yeah, I mean, as long as they can't get up here, let's just, let sleeping cats lie.
All right.
And granted, one does get up here. I could probably punt it into the forest.
I'm just glad you're here, man.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
I mean,
I mean, that's
he got gestured to a shotgun. Maybe, maybe this would work on the littler ones, but
that's 6 of the little ones killed today.
But as you're talking, you start to hear something. Something is moving stuff around in the garage. Because you remember the attic area you're in is actually the attic above their garage. You get one to like pull down from the ceiling doors.
There's some in your garage.
One of the cats, maybe.
Moving
I mean, we had the garage
around?
door closed, but that with the front window busted in like it is. They could always climb in that way, and the interior door was messed up.
Right. And
Oh, no, are we looping our way around that way?
Connor will go to listen to. He'll just listen. He won't like crack anything open. He'll just listen near where the door is to the attic.
You listen, you hear. It's definitely something metallic moving. After a moment, you realize somebody is like taking one of those folding ladders and is like popping it open and setting it up.
So someone's getting a ladder?
He goes, I've got a ladder. I mean, there's a ladder in the garage. It's hung on the wall.
Yeah.
And when he mentions it, you remember seeing it down there when y'all were poking around.
Yeah, and somebody's opening it down there right now.
He reaches over to a shotgun. Why? I mean, you think who could have snuck? If it's another person, I mean, I don't mind somebody else hiding up here with us, but how would they have gotten into the house with the cat circling?
Could be the one that showed up that tried to shoot my twin for fighting the cats.
Wait, there's people behind this? Oh.
And Fake Connor's gonna get his version of the staff ready. And then he's actually gonna use his free hand to basically lock his arm into the fold down ladder.
Okay.
And keep the door pinned up if something tries to pull on it.
About the time you do that, you start hearing somebody's climbing the ladder. They're relatively quiet, but those ladders aren't, they creak and
aren't quiet. Yeah.
And sure enough, he's where you have the cord that comes down that you pull it down with. That when they got up top, the family from the other side had pulled that up, so you just had the little plastic nub.
Mm-hmm.
But he's whoever this is clearly used a ladder to get up there, and he's pulling on that. But Faux Connor's got, your epic strength, so there's no contest there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, there's a little bit of pull-in. At the very edge, a knife blade comes in, and it's like he's trying to pry it open. That only succeeds in breaking the knife off. Well, I'll take that back. It would splinter the little plywood a little bit, and it would come out. Cause I forgot them things are not generally sturdy.
Yeah, not at all.
And Connor's sitting there just watching the family, and he's just rolling his eyes.
The dad is sitting over there. He's still keeping a lookout here, but he keeps glancing back over at you, and he's got the shotgun. If anything.
Yeah.
After a little while, the person climbs back down. And you hear the garage door. Somebody, manually raise the garage door.
He's going
Is
to.
it like an easy thing?
It's not
Garage
wrong.
doors? Yeah, they're pretty easy to open.
Even the automatic
Okay.
ones, you can
I
do.
don't have a
You can lift them.
Yeah.
I don't have a garage. I'm not bougie like that.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say garage doors are lightweight metal.
Okay.
I've
It's
never.
like sheet metal or something.
Fake Connor
at
is
the
going
garage.
to gesture to the dad to watch the window.
Just a little bit later, there's a guy out here.
Does he have horns?
No. Well, I mean, he's got a hood pulled up. But he just describes, it's a hooded figure. And then suddenly the dad jerks back, and you hear a gunshot, and it, pings through the little vent. I think he saw me. The children have been kind of half sleeping, and they kind of rouse up the gunshot.
Connor will walk over, glance out, ready the staff. Does he see the guy standing there?
Yep, and the guy sees you.
Horny bonk.
Pong!
Go to horny jail.
So you step up there with the staff. He's already sided up. You both see each other, and then we'll cut back to the woods.
Okay.
All right, Jaden is in a
Yes.
tree.
Mm-hmm.
Talarius is hiding behind a tree.
Do I
It's the same tree.
see the figure better now, or
Is it one of those things where she's going up and he's going down?
It's dark. You're in the woods, so you don't see him well, but you see his outline well enough to tell where he's at, as far as don't take a shot at him or something.
yeah, she will take a shot again.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Is he like trying to hide and cover anything, or?
There are branches around, but he's got room to draw the bow. So he's not really taking cover particularly well. And for you to shoot back at him, you can't really take cover well because you're both using bows. So
Yeah.
you've kind of got to step out on a branch to give yourself enough room to find him.
Jaden from under the tree is gonna hear, Jaden, where is he?
And she'll tell him where he's standing.
He's
At
over
least an
there.
outline, like tree across from us.
Okay. Keep him busy. And Clarice is gonna. As I'm running through the forest now by myself, I'm going to activate Samuel's stunt that I have to give me +2 enhancement on close combat rolls for the remainder of whatever this is.
For the scene.
Yeah. Just all of Samuel's lessons just like go into Talarius' head at once. It's like, all right, I think I got this. They ball up their fists and mentally turn on the GoPro.
Does the GoPro have any night vision?
Yes. Talarius does not skimp on photo taking and video taking software and hardware.
Fair enough. All right, so is Jay gonna take a shot at him?
Yep. Three successes.
All right. He's going to roll to raise his defense. His baseline defense is a 3. So as long as he can get a success, he's good. What is his desperation pool? All right, he rolled a 9, so that's 1 success. So he manages to pull back just enough that the arrow misses. And then he returns
Am I able
fire.
to get there in time to like try to try to climb up as he's like firing?
It would take you around to climb up to where he's at. Once you're at the base of the tree. Well, depending on your successes.
Sure.
It's
Okay,
not
well,
likely to be
resolve the
something you
attack.
get one round.
Resolve the attack, and I'll do it.
All right.
Very cool.
It's a very soothing sound. Should have really spent some tension on that one. And this was where I meant to start spinning it, and I forgot about it. So all those dice, he got one success.
Can I roll to raise my defense?
Yes, I believe that is a reaction.
3 defense.
All right, he only had the one success, so any success was enough.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all are exchanging fire. Nobody's really hitting. Both of you are clearly good shots and but also both quite agile. All right. Now back over to Folk Connor.
Yeah.
Give me... You know what? Both of us are just going to take our attack roll. And whoever gets the most successes goes first.
Alright, fair enough.
Otherwise, it'd be 2 separate attack rolls. That just seems pointless.
Do you really want to roll that dice?
Quite literally, yes.
Do you feel lucky? Or do you, punk?
7.
Okay.
No, actually, 6. My bad.
You're not standing on ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either I'm standing on earth or I'm on ground level of a building. But because I'm not, I only get 6 successes, not 7.
Alright, so he got 2 on the dice. He is using a firearm. Let's see, does he have anything else? Unfortunately, no. So he got 3, so yours definitely goes off first. Alright, so 6 successes. His defense is a 2.
Okay.
So that leaves you with 4, which is plenty to crit him with if you want to.
Yeah, I will do 1 crit and then use the remainder to disarm.
Alright, so it's 6. It takes 2 to hit him.
No, that's 4. Right. My bad. That'd be 4.
3 for the crit. So you have 1 left, which is not going to be enough to disarm much of anybody.
No, yeah. I will, instead of the crit, I'll do a disarm. And, Alright,
so he takes 1 wound because you're only doing the regular damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so that gives you 4 successes to play with, which in close combat, which is kind of what this is because it's melee, even though it's far away melee.
Bands.
Staff of the Monkey King. Yeah, I'll do so 2 of the 4 that's left, I'll use to disarm to knock the gun out of his hands.
Alright. Use your weapon as leverage, pulling and twisting your opponent's weapon or item out of their hand. You may spend additional successes to knock the item into the short range increment.
You know what? I'll do that.
Alright, so you knock it away from him.
I'll spend the remainder of the successes to just and just knock the gun just away from him.
Alright. So the 2, you managed to knock it out of his hand. And then with the extra 2, it's like you pop him, you kind of flick the thing around, and then you...
Yeah.
So, a short range increment. If you're burning another one, I guess, from that point on, another short range increment or something. Basically, he'd have to use his full round to run over to the rifle and grab it. Next round, So you've got at least 1 round where he won't be able to fire at you. You've of course knocked the little vent covering off at this point.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal. But It was a little bit of aluminum. It wasn't going to
Back
offer you any protection from a bullet anyway.
Mm-hmm.
As he had shown by already putting a bullet through it once.
Yeah.
But he stumbles back, and next to the house, there's not a lot of woods. So in the moonlight, you can make out a few more details on him than Jaden and Talarius are managing to do on their guy.
Yeah.
He's definitely got like a medieval style cloak on.
Uh-huh.
With the hood pulled up. But the clothes he's wearing underneath that looks like typical modern day hunter garb. He's got a bandolier with some extra ammo, like shotgun shells in it. It's probably camouflage. That's a little hard to pick out, But there's definitely some kind of pattern on it. Looks like the hiking boots he's wearing. The cloak is kind of the odd thing. That seems like a kind of odd, old-fashioned something. And the rifle you knock out is a typical hunting rifle.
Yeah. And the staff will retract back, and he just glares at the man from the window.
So, of course, he was trying to fire at you while you did that. So, the gun goes off, but you're already knocking it by the time that happens. So, the shot goes way wild. And his gun goes flipping out of the way.
He is afflicted by damage that cannot be healed by anything save for magical healing.
It's a bruise that just won't go away.
Yeah.
That blood just stays welled up right there.
Back at the fortress, what is OG Connor, Sasha, and Robert going to do?
Connor's going to pause and go, okay, there's a man attacking that house now.
If one goes, we all go.
That's fine. If y'all want to go help him, I'm good for it.
We'll have to take Spruce.
Good point. Hopefully, well, you're better at giving commands, right?
Spruce's house broken. Leave him in the fortress.
By himself?
He's never by himself.
Figuratively by himself. By himself.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, to be fair, he probably has full-blown conversation with himself all the damn time. Yeah.
It's just really awkward when the two end heads try to chase their tail at the same time, going opposite directions.
We've all been around Spruce for a good amount of time. Would Spruce listen if we say follow?
You're not sure. He seems to like y'all all right. That's always been when Jaden was around.
Yeah.
Though she has left him with Samuel at least once, and Samuel didn't get eaten, so there's that.
Did Jaden leave a specific command with Spruce?
No. Not while they were there.
Okay.
But if y'all, if any of y'all head to the door, the animals are definitely wanting outside.
Oh, yeah.
Spruce just runs off into the darkness.
Go and find Mom!
Basically.
I smell Mom in this direction, okay, bye!
I can imagine as soon as he goes out, he'd probably go look for Jaden.
That's pretty much what's going to happen.
Okay, yeah, then...
But Sasha doesn't know that.
Yeah. It's like, I'll try, but I'm not really a dog person.
I mean, I understand, but
Hippo
still...
croc.
Real question is, do y'all want to take the Connor Express? Do y'all want to just follow behind the wake I leave?
Unless you can pick up both of us and she points at Smoochums.
Honey, I could lift boulders.
Yes, but
you still only have 2 hands.
Smoochums, one arm, you two, shoulder.
Robert
turning
just
into, like-
extends his Robert just extends his hand out and is just like clenches on his shoulder. Like,
Adventure!
oh, this is going to be interesting. Whenever you're ready.
Actually, no, better idea. And then he will pick up Smoochums in one arm. Sasha, you get on my back.
Let me just go. I'm gonna go open the door for Spruce, and she goes and opens the door for
Spruce takes
Spruce.
off, starts sniffing around, seems to catch a trail. He wants to
Find
follow
mom.
and takes
Go
off.
find your mama. Go, go.
He takes off.
And
Hopefully
then
that works. And piggyback.
Connor walks out, and then he will pick
Smoochums.
up.
Have you ever tried to pick up a corgi?
Yes.
Smoochums is kind of like that. Smoochums don't
Wiggly
like to be
meat
picked up.
torpedo.
Yeah.
Smoochums comes from a proud people. He does not care to be carried.
Smoochums can
This is
get
turning
over it.
into this is turning into a Jack LaLanne trick.
As he'll, as Connor will just like kick the door shut behind him, grab Robert, imbue his second legend to activate Heavenly Stride, and then
Pew.
he's
Adventure!
gone.
So when you pick up Robert, have you ever picked up a corgi? Because dwarves are a proud people. They don't like to be carried.
Just toss him.
But he hasn't grabbed the beard.
That's true.
You know, that's an interesting question. How long is Robert's beard?
Probably by
talking Zeke.
now, I would say it's probably a good full thick beard, not like super long, but like just real good, and probably just sitting about his collarbone.
So it's not ZZ Top.
No, it hasn't reached ZZ Top levels yet.
All right.
Though when it starts reaching that level, he's probably going to start doing, traditional dwarf things and start
Braid it.
braiding them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, I think
But
he's
for
part
now,
of the
no,
biker
he's just got a thick beard.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all take off.
Meow.
Moving at those speeds, it'll take you almost no time to get to the house.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Okay, so back to the woods.
I would say Tlair's trying to be quiet as they are like creeping up on this person.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Alright.
roll to climb the tree.
That too. There's a couple things going on at once.
All right. So you're trying to be stealthy and trying to climb the tree.
Uh-huh.
Climbing the tree
trying to
would
be stealthy.
probably be...
To get over there, climbing the tree itself, meh. At that point, they're there with the person, so it's like whatever. I'm just not trying to get shot on the way.
Gotcha. All right, give me a subterfuge. Dexterity, maybe?
Sure.
Cunning, I can see either one of those. Dexterity is just you moving quietly. Cunning is, plotting the path where you'll give them the least window to shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to... Okay. Cunning subterfuge. Click. Fuck. Oh, fine. That's fine. This is
Okay, well, he
fine.
definitely knows where you are the entire time you're making that trip.
Sure. Whether or not he is going to attack me or attack Jaden, who is actively attacking him.
On the other hand, this is
Okay.
not a dumb animal you're fighting.
Momentum.
This is a guy that understands tactics. Oh, I got one sneaking up on me. Actually, since you're trying to make it to the base of his tree, he probably is going to shoot you.
That's fine.
Oh,
I'm still attempting to... I will still roll my manipulation to attempt to, like, blend in with the foliage.
oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize with wild, when I stealth in the wild, I have +2 enhancement on my rolls.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 3 successes to hit you. Oh, on the roll, he's using a bow, so that gives him
Another
an
one, at least.
enhancement. Let's see. Y'all know where he is, so he's not shooting from stealth. So.
Oh,
Sure.
So he's got 4 successes on you.
do we get a momentum because you rolled 0?
That's correct. I was actually going to ask, can I spend momentum on defensive rolls?
It adds extra dice to rolls, so I think so. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to spend the 1 I just got, and then 2 more after that. So we'll be at 10.
All right, so the one you had plus 2. So that's 3 extra dice total you're rolling.
Yes. Thank God.
Ooh, someone has offended.
Oh, 2 10s.
Pip got a dice.
And a 9. Look at that. 3 successes.
So the 3 extras you rolled,
3
you got
successes.
successes on. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I was looking at.
Yeah.
I was looking at your stealth roll a second ago. Okay.
So I got 3 successes on my thing.
All right, so
So
that raises
that
the
puts me up
defense
to
to
4.
4. All right, so he hit your defense.
Huh?
So you take a bruise.
It's fine. Okay.
And Jaden.
She will take a shot.
All he can do is do a damage to me, so could I still theoretically try to still climb up there?
Oh yeah. You'll get to make the athletics check to see if you can climb up.
Sure.
towards him.
Go ahead and let Jaden do what
No,
she's doing.
do the athletics check first.
Okay. What am I rolling with athletics?
Either dexterity or might.
I will choose dexterity. I will spend 2 more momentum.
Okay, they're spent.
I already called it, so I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
4 successes.
All right.
That went better than I thought it was going to go, because like my stats are like, I have nothing in athletics.
Did you use 2 more momentum for that or no?
I just rolled 2 10s.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I used 2 momentum on it before I did that. Before I realized I was going to roll 10s.
Oh. Okay.
So,
all right, so you got a
4
total
successes.
of 4 successes.
Mhm.
So yeah, you get up the tree pretty quick.
Okay.
You are basically up within reach of him. But of course, that's your action for the round.
That's fair.
All right. Oh yeah, and then Jaden was going.
7.
Whoo!
That's a lot of 10s. It was like only 1 success off of her original roll.
Holy
Excuse me.
shit!
She rolled 2 10s on her original roll, and then rolled 4 more 10s total
10.
in the rerolling.
10. All right.
That is how dice is exploded.
Mhm.
All right. So with your enhancements, you said that came out to a total of how many?
7, because I get the 1 for the firearm itself.
All right. He's gonna roll his desperation pool, which is what he rolls for his defense. I'm going to spend 3 tension.
Woo.
Well, I haven't spent any up to this point, but I might as well,
Yeah.
lean into it heavy.
Hilarious is doing stuff they're not used to doing, so they're trying to get it right.
All right, that's 1 success, 2 successes, 4 successes. 2 of them were 10s. Still only 4 successes. Isn't there anything that specifically helps him out here? All right. So 4 successes off of the 6 that you did, or the 7, excuse me, the 7 that you did. All right, so that gives you 3. So you do damage to him for sure. Where's the sound track? There you go. Alright, so you do damage to him, and you've got 3 successes to spend on ranged stunts.
Can I disarm him?
You have to have extra successes equal to his combat skill.
Yeah.
So if you think his skill, his bow, is only a 3, go for it.
Probably more than a 3.
Now, a fun thing you could do. Well, still, you have to equal his stamina there. I was going to say knock down.
Not with 3, he probably has more.
But yeah, with 3, it'd be a little iffy.
Empty the clip with the bow. Just shoot 4 of them at the same time. Phew!
Have you ever seen the movie Hawk the Slayer?
No.
You have an elf that basically rapid fires his bow like that. And you've got a one-handed guy with like an automatic crossbow. And they're firing about the same speeds.
How many points for pin?
Variable.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, the variable means it's how many you get. Basically, if you wanted to apply those 3 to him,
would that be 6 or 1?
Now hang on. Pin applies a complication of 2 on the character's next attack. If they choose not to buy off this complication, they receive 1 automatic injury condition. Alright, so the first one you spend on that gives him a 2, and then any extras you spend after that bump that up by 1. So if you spend all 3 on that, that'd be a 2.
Complication 4?
Yeah, that'd be a complication of 4. So things are either a lot more difficult for him, or he automatically takes damage.
We're going to do that.
Alright.
That is what we're doing, throwing the last 3 into the pin. Because if I empty my clip, I then have no more arrows to shoot.
Where this way, you're still rapid firing arrows to keep him pinned, but somehow you don't run out.
Pew, 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 pew.
Exactly.
Thanks, Mom.
Alright, so he has a complication of 4 on him.
I like that.
And he has someone in range.
Alright, and then we will cut back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So Fo Connor's up there still, looking out at the guy. The guy is now, I mean, you know from him trying to pry the door open that he's got a knife on him, but he doesn't go for the knife. He just starts trucking it over to where you flung his gun, looking in the grass to try to find his gun.
Real Connor get there by then?
No. Real Connor will get there at the end of this round.
Okay.
With everybody else in tow. But...
Yeah. I'm going to make another attack at him.
Bonk him while he's bent over. Yeah. Over and under. Through and out. That's what shoe tying's all about.
5 successes.
Alright, so 5 successes. He, of course, does not want to be poked in the rear as he bends over, so he's going to roll his desperation pool. I'm going to give the man... We're going to spend 2 tension for a couple extra dice.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 2 successes. They were both wins. Still just 2 successes.
Okay.
Alright, so his defense was a 2, so it's now a 4. You did a total of what, 6, you said?
5.
5. Okay, so you do damage to him, and you've got 1 extra success if there's something you wanted to spend on.
Gonna trip him.
Alright, does that require...
It's 1 success. It just knocks them down where they stand.
Oh, okay, there it is. Knockdown trip. Okay, so yeah, he falls over. So
Fake
close to his
Connor up there.
gun, but not quite there.
Fake Connor just up there at the window talking to the family. Like, this is kind of fun. He's basically just like playing pool with this guy up there from the window.
8-ball corner pocket. Pew!
I kind of want to take up pool after this. Billiards. Is that what it's called? Billiards or pool?
So end of the round, original Connor and crew show up.
Can I have original Connor do something? Or are you just kind of guess he just shows up at the round?
Yeah, this is just him showing up. Next round, y'all can act like normal.
Okay.
Your turn was basically spent running across town.
Are we all
it's a
put
small
down
town.
at the beginning of the and
I would
when we
say
arrive?
I would say he would show up, and then everybody could let go of him.
Disembark. Okay.
Oh no! The
Disembark.
thing is he's showing up. He's letting go of the two in his arms. Sasha can get off on her own time because he's still moving.
Oh no!
Immediately, let go.
Smoochums hits the ground and kind of snaps at you. Not really trying to bite you, but kind of snaps at you.
Irritated puppy corgi.
Yeah. That thing that they do at each other, like 2 inches from each other's faces.
I'll murder you, but I'm not gonna murder you. But I'll murder you.
All right.
Corgi story I'll tell after stream.
Like, for some reason, I can hear the snapping of Smoochums, like hearing that jaw just snap like he's trying to bite something in the air.
yeah.
Just chomp, chomp, chomp.
Yeah.
All right. So
Smooch-
top of the order. I guess we'll make that real Connor.
Does Sasha get off?
Let me roll a dice for this, because I'm trying to figure out if she would be like, "Oh yeah, he's totally not going to charge at this guy," and
Or has she
she's
met
thinking,
Connor?
Yeah, no,
She met Connor.
this is true. Yeah, she's gonna-
Yeah.
before he gets into too close a combat range, she'll let go. So she'd probably end up realizing halfway between when Smoochums and Robert were dropped and he gets to the guy. So she'd be halfway point.
Okay.
And enforcing the boundary would still be active because she had
And
nothing.
halfway
had
point,
hit
I'm
her
going to
turn.
say you're basically smack dab in the middle of them and kind of catching both sides
Yeah.
under your field.
Real Connor. Uppercut!
Faux Connor's probably not quite close enough.
He would get hit. Yeah. She's not too worried about faux Connor.
Ow. Poor guy.
7 successes to hit this guy.
All right. So he's laying on the ground, of course, when you run up. So,
Yeah.
Doesn't really get to
He's-
defend, does he?
Oh, yeah. He could flop around.
You can
I mean, I
try.
guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a buddy in a D20 modern game one time. First round, the werewolves clamp onto his shoulder, drag him through the door, throw him down. Spent the next 5 rounds of combat with 3 or 4 werewolves standing around him trying to hit him, and they never could. He never stood up because that would have given him disadvantage. We refer to it as flip-flop foo. Because he was the
That's
what
awesome.
was it you had in D20 modern, the intelligent hero. So we got to add his dexterity and his intelligence to his AC.
Oh, that's
Yeah, he still wound up turning into a
That's
werewolf
busted.
later in the campaign, but well, it's not any worse than the monk.
That's why blade singers are bullshit.
It's not any worse than the monk.
Fair enough.
Eh.
All right, so you ran up and popped him for how much did you say?
7 successes.
All right, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the inspiration pool. Looking at a little thing, and we're gonna make him spin for himself. 1 success. 1 success. So his defense is a 3.
Sees me 4 to play with.
That gives you 4 to play with, which is more than enough for a crit, if you should show desire.
That'll be a normal and a crit, a la croquet style, right in between the legs.
Oh.
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 You can be a bastard
Oh.
some days.
Yeah.
I mean,
we all know this.
if the guy wasn't getting up, to begin with, he ain't getting up now.
Well, he was already starting to try to get up. I mean, he was
he
not
ain't
knocked
nothing
out
more.
by any means.
Yeah.
So do you run up using your
Imagine having
momentum,
an
or do you run
aggravated
up
wound
and
just
literally run up
going
fast
up?
enough that you
Oh.
literally stop, take the croquet position, and
Oh, no, full momentum.
you lift him up off the ground?
And inflict grievous magical damage.
That's a nut
On
hit
the
that
McNugget.
Uh, you just hear this kind of the breath rushes out of him, and then he can't seem to draw it back in.
From everybody in like a 4-mile area.
He's already kind of curling into a ball before he even hits the ground.
Everybody who has testicles, please avert your ears.
Luckily, he seems to black out from the pain by the time he hits the ground.
Are any of those cats still around?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Connor's just like, y'all deal with this. He's gonna go fight some cats.
Keep together.
No, the cats are like right there on the property.
Yeah, it's like they were still kind of circling the house.
So,
They
so
weren't
basically
really didn't seem to respond one way or the other to him shooting, but
yeah. So he's gonna kill him some cats while they deal with the guy. He's basically being cat distraction again.
I'm gonna go find out how many actual ways there are to skin a cat
Basically.
with my dull staff.
I just got finished ending a man's entire career and family line.
Right, Sasha, you got tying him up, right? I'll give him cover. Fire.
Yeah, Smoochums, sit.
Robert
He
has
over
his
with.
sits
Robert
on
He
has
is
his pistol
trotted
drawn
over.
and looks over, just like, well, better you than me, mate. Right, covering fire. Let's go.
So you want him to sit next to you, or are you gesturing to the guy and going sit, and so he sits on the guy?
Gesturing to kind of sit on the guy.
Oh yeah, all right. Thump.
If it
Who's
fits,
a
I
good-
sits.
Who's a good smoochum? And then she goes over and helps give covering fire.
All right, back in the woods.
I'm up at face level, clobbering this guy.
All right, give me a roll.
Alright. +1 enhancement because specialty. +2 enhancement because stunt. Yeah, that's what I'm good. Blah, 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 blah. Close combat, dexterity. Uh, 4 successes.
Okay.
And
He's
he
gonna
has a
roll.
He has
How does the complication 4 work?
Oh, that's right.
It's on the character's next attack.
Okay,
Okay.
so
when-
making a defensive roll wouldn't trigger it, but if he attacks,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. All right, he's gonna spend 1 tension.
I see you're running low on those.
I've got 3 left.
Uh-huh.
That's 1, 2, 3. All right, that's 3. And how many
His
did you
defense is
have?
probably way higher than 4. 4 total.
Okay, so he had 3. His defense is a 3, so that effectively makes his defense a 6.
Yeah. Not necessarily aiming to hit him. Aiming to let those arrows wallop him. Just keeping him busy.
So yeah, you're trying to swat at him. He's
Yeah, he's just
rather deftly, kind of
Yeah.
just moving around or
Alright,
swatting your hand
man,
out of
let's
the way.
do this.
You can tell by the way he reacts. This guy knows how to, this guy knows how to fisticuff.
Yeah. That's fine. Is it gonna attack me?
Actually, no. He is going to make a stealth roll.
in front of me?
Yes, because he has
Pocket
shadow
sand.
step.
Okay.
Yes, what?
A little something called shadow step. Don't worry about it. But it means he can do it right in front. He can make stealth checks right in front of y'all.
Okay. Does he still? Well, that's not to attack, so fair enough.
Well, it's a supernatural ability. He's basically melting into the shadows, but it's done as a stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, reroll that one. That's 3. Alright, that's 3 successes.
Mm-hmm. Is it one of those one success is all he needs to go invisible or some shit?
Well, it's like a stealth skill check, so or subterfuge skill check kind of.
Sure.
So, like, Jaden could shoot at him while he's slipping off.
Mm-hmm.
That would effectively just make his defense higher. Or be a complication to her to overcome, which works out the same way as far as successes goes.
So, I mean...
But he is
What
leaping
about
off
the
of that branch to one of the neighboring trees. He has obviously decided discretion is a better part of valor. And he's trying to melt into the shadows as he does it.
So do they take damage, though, because of the pin?
Let me reread the pin right quick just to see.
All it says is if he doesn't buy it off.
Has to buy off the complication or take
Yep.
On the
damage.
character's next attack.
Ah.
So him
He's
staying
not
ducked
attacking.
down and trying to run. That'd be like if you were hiding behind a car and Rat was pinning you down with gunfire. If you try to come up over the car to shoot, then it takes effect. If you just crawl away, well, nothing then.
All right. As he's running, she will shoot at him.
Okay.
Trying to see something, Joe.
Do I hear children's? I hear children's. I don't know.
Yes, you hear children. They're right outside my door.
It's okay.
Run! They're right outside your door.
In my con game,
My door's locked. It's fine.
One of the players has got a toddler, so we hear her periodically.
Mm-hmm.
She was a preemie when she was born, but boy, does she have some good lungs now.
I believe it.
Doesn't matter if she's upset or she's happy. You're going to know about it.
It's reflective, so she's gonna imbue a point of legend and activate airing flight. Just in case if he gets too far away.
Okay.
In your precise hands, ranged weapons become extraordinarily deadly.
That doesn't sound good.
You may make a ranged attack against any enemy in your line of sight, even out to extreme range. You can roll the attack with dexterity in place of the attribute normally associated with that range band. Do not face an increased difficulty for using weapons with the range or long range tag at any range band. You can use this boon to attack an enemy behind full cover. So.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah.
Some
And
wanted
curve
bend
the arrow.
bullets.
Curving the arrow. All right, here's hoping something.
Doesn't give you. Nope.
I knew
was gonna
I
say
was
it doesn't
gonna
give
hit
you like
zero.
a. It doesn't give you like a flat bonus to like anything, do you? Does it? Just makes it easier to shoot if you get a success.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that didn't. I'm like, watch me do this and watch me roll a 0 because I was doing so good before.
Yep.
But
So
hey,
we get
momentum.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes you do. Adding a momentum to your pile.
We're at 9, I believe.
Yep, we're at 9.
Actually, is that one of your specialties?
Huh?
Your bow, is that a specialty for you?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. That is what I'm trying to get points for. It is my long term, making that basically a specialty.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Cutting back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 cats approaching you. They're running around the other side of the house, though, so anybody with any kind of ranged attack or counter staff can definitely make their attacks first.
Yeah. So, I'm going to attack. Nine successes.
Good.
Yemeni cricket. All right. His desperation, the cat's
At this
desperation
point,
pool
stop being surprised.
is a 4.
I
You're
have
right, I really should be.
maximum. I have maximum dice pool for this. It's literally I have all 10 dice that is possible to roll.
All right. So the defense is a 2. They've got a 4 in their desperation pool.
Just sadly, since your dice rolls are digital, we don't get that nice ASMR sound of dice rolls.
I mean, I could go get my dice.
I know you could.
You have enough D10s for this.
I think I might have 10 d10s.
No, I only have 4. Or
I
5.
have enough D10s. For this.
Anyway,
I
so
say-
in a,
I think I might have enough
I'm not sure if
D10s.
getting all successes would be enough. All right, they got 2 successes, so its defense is a 4, which leaves you like 5 extra to play with, which means you can crit it.
Clunk.
And these normal size ones don't survive a crit, so. So that's number 6 dead.
Directly to Horny Joe.
Yep.
Boink. All right.
Connor's up here just racking up cat kills.
I was about to say, Connor is racking up the kills.
That's 7 in one day.
Pretty much. Though
Whoever's leading these things.
I was
It's gonna come back
say,
to bite us in the ass at some point.
Mm-hmm.
it's going to get us.
I'm
I
waiting
said
for
killed
Jacob
everything.
to show up.
And then they turn back into townspeople.
Fortunately, despite being maimed by the aggravated weapon damage, it's not lethal.
They
That
were just knocked
gunshot, however,
They were just knocked unconscious and can't heal except by magic, which means they never wake up.
Yeah, basically.
They're just comatose forever.
Only until they
Yep.
starve to death.
It's the Batman fallacy. Like, sure, I don't kill anybody, but the hospital stays will.
No, really, the Batman fallacy. No, I don't kill somebody. Smash cut to him with like basically the tank literally shooting somebody in the face with a concussion round from the turret.
I don't kill anybody. Smash cut to Alfred.
True.
Alfred's
The
a
best
badass.
butler. He literally beat the snot out of Superman.
But anyways,
Did you want to go next, dear, or me for shots?
you can go first.
All right. Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was asking who was gonna go. So.
All right. Now Robert gets into his stance, takes aim. Do we hit? Hey, 2 successes, which means I think I just inflict damage.
Yes, because he has 2 a 2 defense. However, he is rolling his reflex. See if he can get that to raise. Five successes. Finally, one of these cats shows
God.
cat-like reflexes.
Yeah, Robert takes a pop char too and just watches as the bullets stray past.
It's like it's leaping. It's running at you. It leaps into the air as you fire. Does the matrix kind of twist between the bullets? Lands and keeps coming.
That seems like cheating.
Let's see. In fact, it is now going to attempt to claw you.
Oh, goody.
That seems like cheating. Everybody looks at Connor.
No kidding. Gets to use 2 10 dice pool attacks in one
All
fucking
right.
round of combat.
3 successes.
All right, and I know I have just 1 soft armor, so that's at least a +1. But what do I need to roll for defense?
Their claws are armor piercing. Oh wait, no, that's the big one. The big one's armor piercing. Never mind. Let's see.
Good to know.
Would it be dexterity, close combat?
No.
No, you only roll a stat, not a
so
skill.
dex.
So-
a resilience one, typically.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
resilience
either
one,
resolve,
so-
stamina, or composure.
I'll go with stamina. That's my highest one so far.
Okay.
Permission to burn 1 momentum?
Permission
Go
denied.
for it.
Dude, go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay, how many are we going to be at now? 8.
We would be at
8.
8 now when we've used.
Now you can spend more
that
than
would
one
make
if you wanted to.
6.
I'm at least going to
I've
spend the
definitely spent more
1.
than one.
All right, go and spend the 1.
Okay.
Back to 8.
And is there a way for me to add that into my dice roll, or just roll an
Just
extra
roll an extra.
D10?
You
Just
have to
roll an extra
manually.
dice.
Alright, so gonna do this first. So 1 success there, and
Okay.
going to just grab a D10. Yeet. Ooh,
That's 2
10.
successes. It's a 10, so you re-roll it because it explodes. Okay, so 2 successes. Your defense was a 1.
Yeah, because I don't have no armor or anything, as far as I know, just the one soft armor.
So that gets it up.
Ah,
So
look at me.
that makes your defense a 3. Which means they make contact with you, but they'd have to have an extra success to actually do any damage because of the soft armor, and they do not have that extra. So it collides
Yeah.
with you, but you manage to avoid the actual claws.
Yeah, like Robert immediately just like does the whole blocking and tries to just duck to a side.
Like shoulder checking a cat.
That's kind of what you
one
said.
does.
It's like they both kind of shoulder checked each other, so they're both jarred, but nobody took any damage.
All right, Sasha, on you.
All right.
It's a sea bass.
There's just the one left.
To deal with, just the one.
Yeah. Okay. Dexterity firearms.
Will she do better?
Aw. Well, I still get +2 from Flatlander and firearms enhancement.
All right, he got 1 success, so his defense is effectively a 3. And what did yours come out to?
3.
And
Yeah,
you can
3
do damage for
total.
free, so
Clunk.
Yep. 1 minute. I'm just double checking something with Flatlander. Yeah, anything above success, above defense. So yeah, no defense above success. So she's just gonna do damage.
okay. So 7 takes the damage.
And Smoochums is gonna stay where he is, sitting on the dude.
He's making aggravated noises. He doesn't like seeing you in a fight, not being involved.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine more of that low growling rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
With the mouth
this
gaping
is-
open.
Mm-hmm.
It always looks like he's smiling, but he really just thirsts for blood.
He's smiling because he's imagining killing people.
He's like, I wish. Why
Mother,
aren't my teeth
I
around
crave
someone's mouth?
violence.
I'm starting to imagine Krieg, like him having one of his moments, like, why are my fingers in someone's eye sockets right now? I'm imagining Smoochums just going, why isn't someone's arm in my mouth right now?
Why do I not have my jaw around someone's head?
Death roll, death roll.
Right.
Or the just constantly, mother, I crave violence.
Yeah, there's that too.
All right, back in the woods.
Where is Spruce?
Uh,
That's a good
you
question.
hear
Has
him
he made
barking
it?
not too far away.
Okay.
He's having a little trouble with the fence, apparently.
No, poor
It's-
boy.
Oh no.
Well, you know, it's made to keep dogs in, so it's like,
Oh, at the same
you
time,
hear
I'm also...
the sound that makes you think he's probably landed on top of it, and that those back feet are like scraping on the chain links trying to get over, and then finally thump.
Oh no.
My poor
Cody.
boy.
Luckily, with 3 heads, he's kind of front heavy, so as long as he can get those heads over, he'll usually just tumble. Oops, I broke rap.
Yeah.
yeah, you
did.
broke her. I can hear her cackling over here.
Imagine it. Oh, poor boy.
Luckily, he's made of stern stuff, so the 4-foot drop or whatever isn't going to hurt him.
The embarrassment hurts more than anything.
Not even
Oh,
embarrassment.
God.
It's just all those dice of being a good boy.
I must be a good boy.
So you, at this point, you can hear him struggling to get to you.
Do I kind of
Oh,
see where old dude went?
No.
Do I see like the direction he took?
Kind of generally he jumped there, and then you're not sure where he went from there.
You have your flashlight.
I do have my flashlight. That doesn't stop that doesn't work in supernatural darkness.
Mm.
Clearly, you should attack the darkness.
Shoot a magic missile at it.
Into the darkness. Yeah, Sarah, get out of my head.
We all thought it.
I know it's roomy in there because there's no brain, but get out of my head.
Hilarious is going to attempt to follow.
All right, give me a tracking roll.
All right.
Are you sure you want her to leave? I think she's ready to do the down deposit.
What would you like me to roll for
Tracking would fall under survival.
Uh-huh.
And intellect or cunning. You can go with either one of those.
I will use cunning. I'm thinking, because I think I'm going to use the last two more momentum so that we're at half, so that we get the EXP at this point.
I mean, we might as well.
Yeah, so we're at 6 now?
Yep, I think that's taking us down to half, yeah.
Are you at 6 or are
One
you at
success.
5 now?
We're at 6.
We are at 6.
Because we've gotten momentum throughout the evening.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay. And this would be versus his stealth.
When it's a big number, it's kind of intimidating. But when we all start chipping it down a little bit, it's a little more, It's like no one wants to use it because we want to wait for the one death blow. But like, we all gotta chip into it as much as we chip out of it.
3, 4.
After 3,
I mean,
it's a done deal. He's gone.
I mean, to be fair though, I'm glad I did it with Robert so that way he didn't take no more damage.
Right.
So you head off in the general direction that you think he went, or that you know the general direction he started in at least.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not seeing any sign of him. You're not hearing anything.
If I don't see or hear anything, I'll just go back to Jaden.
No, just keep going to the woods alone in the dark.
Absolutely not. Just run
I'm
back
sure
to
it'll
where
be
I know
fine.
Jaden generally is, and I'm almost certain I hear.
Well, Jaden could
Spruce.
follow behind you because you had to take the time to climb down because you were up in the tree.
Sure.
But
That's
yes,
up to her if
he
she wants
appears
to.
to be gone.
I'll say Jaden doesn't need to climb. She can just run up and down trees.
That's also true.
All right, back over at the house then.
Which,
Oh wait, I could. He said he left. He's gone.
Yeah, he appears to have just
Can
run
I
off.
see him though?
No. You got to make the shot. When he was moving in your sight, he got to make a stealth roll.
Okay. She will then go track.
Okay.
Because she is not deterred. From going after him. So.
hilarious is, and they like meet you, and they're like, God, I hate this. Is bullshit. He just turns invisible.
Oh, that's not gonna stop me. Let's go.
Alright.
All right, go ahead and give me a tracking roll and see if you can find his trail.
Dexterity, we said, or did we say cunning? We said cunning, right?
I believe cunning.
It's
Yes. and survival.
I used cunning, so you can use intellect or cunning.
2+.
All right, 2.
3.
You've got tracking. That would make it 3.
3. At 4.
Where's the fourth one?
Because it has track. Well, worrying hound is +1.
Okay.
Tracking is 1.
Yeah. And then the 2 you
and
rolled.
then I rolled 2. So 4.
Okay. All right. You will succeed in finding it. It's going to take you a little while time-wise. Because it's effectively, when he's jumping tree to tree, he's not leaving a trail. But, that's not really a fast, reliable way to travel. So he does have to hit the ground at some point. So you start searching the general direction he came from.
But, I don't face increased difficulty tracking him down. Even if they were to take flight, hide in a body of water, or attempt to disappear in back alleyways of a crowded city.
Does that work if they're flying? Well, it's magic, never mind.
It's magic. I ain't gotta explain shit.
Which is really a concept in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
99% of how Sasha operates. I don't know how it works. It's magic.
Yeah.
The big reveal at the end is actually all really advanced science. The gods, just what humans evolve into. Don't worry about it. Come think of it, I actually read a novel like that one time. But anyway.
What is that one medium where the saying is magic is just science that hasn't been explained yet?
I don't know where that quote comes from. I think Larry Niven was the old sci-fi writer that had
Something
the whole the technology of any sufficiently advanced race would be indistinguishable from magic.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So yeah, you can pick up his trail. Now, by the time Talarius has climbed down and stuff, the guy has, a slight head start on you, but you can follow him. Now, back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we have one injured cat still there.
Yeah, one injured cat, yes.
Flunk.
Man, Peter is going to hate your band. Ooh.
6.
4. Oh, and no successes. So you decimate this poor thing.
Clunk.
Crack. Up in the attic, O'Connor's like, well, that makes 9. 9 and some human they were ignoring.
No, I've got
8.
7.
Sasha killed one of the cats.
That's right, yes.
Kill stealing.
No, my brain ended up forgetting it was only 1 last week, not 2.
All right. That's the rest of the night. For those of you that are, well, that seems to have cleared out the cats around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Spruce, by the way, catches up with you, Jaden, when you start doing your tracking. But so let's see where we. Oh, right, at the house, you'll have a prisoner.
You have a prisoner.
That Smoochums is sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
That Smoochums is currently crushing.
Shall I take him
Slowly.
back to
Sitting
Casa de Robert?
daintily.
Shall I take him back to Casa de Robert?
That is where we would all meet up.
I believe it's Fort
Yeah,
Jones.
sure. When you go in the main door, go down 2 and 1 to the left. There should be a holding cell.
Cool. Are you all good to walk yourselves back? If you want me to get him there quick, or do you want me to just drag him along with us?
Go ahead. I'll take the time to walk this go around. I'm still not used to going in that fast. Sorry.
All right. So kind of you zip the guy back.
Yeah.
You get him inside the room. Like I said, he's in normal kind of hunting gear, other than the cloak, which is kind of a deep forest green, but with like a pattern on it. It's not quite like what you think of as modern day camouflage, but it would have a similar effect out in the woods.
He'll basically just strip him down to his civvies.
Or excuse me, it would be brown.
Oh Jesus, that's.
And what? See the bloody stain that is your work?
He's got a big bruise where you smacked him a few times. He has got he's got some scars where he's obviously been clawed and bitten. The scars look fairly fresh, but completely healed. You know.
It's not lycanthropy. Don't look at me like that, Sarah.
He is
Totally not lycanthropy.
So it's like he's like, you know, probably in his late 30s, Native American dude.
Stop looking at me.
He has got a wallet in his pocket.
Check the wallet.
His name is listed as Troy Tubles.
Name is Cat McCatman.
Catman.
We'll just sort of pile it all off to the side in the corner. And then he will just sit down, staring right into the cell. Vigil.
All right. Eventually, Robert and Sasha and Smoochums manage to walk back to the fort. Because this house was only a few streets over. You know, it's a little walk. It's nothing too drastic. You don't spot any more cats. You don't hear like any more gunshots off in the distance like you'd been hearing briefly earlier in the night. But when you get back to the fort, there's, you know, no Jaden or Robert. I mean, no, Jaden or Delirious.
Should we go looking for them? I mean, we can't rightly call them.
Yeah, that is a downside. Yeah, I guess we should. Though, to be fair, Connor would be a lot faster at it than we would. And Robert will kind of glance over. Though I have a strong feeling he's determined not to let this guy leave his sight. So.
Yeah. Question.
Answer.
I don't think you can answer this, but question for story guide.
I thought you were saying that in character.
She has walk unnoticed. With her occult knowledge, would she know if that would also work on any of the cats?
All right. Can you throw walk unnoticed in the chat?
Yep.
All right. You slog off your identity and vanish. Do not become literally invisible. Instead, people's minds simply fail to process any distinguished information about you. Non-trivial characters that when a clash of wheels can see through this, but still cannot distinguish your identity.
It's like no matter what, they're going to have trouble.
It says people at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it specifies character. But yeah, I would say it would probably work on the cats. I mean, they could do the
Clash of Wills.
Well, that's for non-trivial characters. So the big cat would be able to do that, and any of the hunter type guys running around. But yeah, the regular size ones, like the ones you've been tangling with the most, yeah, they wouldn't notice you. And you're fair. Or to answer your question, yes, Sasha would be fairly certain that would work.
Okay.
Of course, she doesn't know the trivial, non-trivial distinction, but
yeah.
But she'd be fairly certain it would work. You know, you can never tell
Yeah.
100% with supernatural stuff, though.
I think I could probably. They went, and she points the direction they went out the back of the fort. I can go so far and then come back. I mean, I'm not going to go hiking and try to find them.
I mean, you're welcome to do it as long as you think you can be safe about it.
I can move about without being seen too much.
Need any help?
You're in the cell. We haven't gotten down to the cell yet.
I thought you were in there with me since you looked over to see what I was doing.
We did?
Yeah.
I made the comment.
Oh.
Yeah, Robert made the comment. But
Oh.
this could easily be a conversation y'all had once y'all got back to Fort Jones if you wanted to.
I can move a little bit sneakier than the three of us could as one.
Fair.
You can go up on top and keep lookout, make sure nothing else comes around. That's what you want to do. I'm fairly confident he'll be fine down here.
Yeah, I'm
And
keeping an eye on our old hunter friend.
And if you leave Snookums here, I think he'll have a good guard buddy.
Oh, by the way, Sasha.
Hmm?
Do be careful out there. Remember that that guy that was in the infirmary?
Yes.
Makes a ta-da motion to the cell.
It's the same guy?
Tosses her the wallet.
You see the ID. You remember several of the townspeople were talking about Bull going out hunting this guy. Might have assumed at the time you might have assumed Bull was a nickname for him or something.
It'll be interesting to question when he recovers. Okay. Yeah.
I apologize for nothing.
I'm completely aware that you don't. And gives a little salute and walks back out.
Okay.
Just to satisfy her own curiosity, as she goes by the dead cat that popped back into existence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not a grave. Damn it. But does she see any kind of spirits or undead or shades or anything around?
Not of the cats, no.
Okay.
She would know that animals
don't
can
have
hang
souls,
around,
apparently.
but they don't hang around as often as people do.
Yeah. All right. Then she will use a legend to activate Walk Unnoticed and head into the forest, keeping an ear out for the others.
Though come to think of it, though, I really would have liked the idea of her walking through all the dead cats and seeing cat ghosts and all of them have different numbers on their chest. Always between 1 and 9. Oh, that poor guy. He's actually done. Ooh.
He's done.
Yeah.
That poor baby.
You know, he's kind of pissed. The rest of them are kind of like, eh.
Be back in a little
that
bit.
one video I put in Miss Bacon Vids.
Yeah, no. I am not in the emotional state for that today.
Neither am I.
I'll check later.
All right, so you get over to where you know they were trying to get to.
She has no sense of tracker.
Nope. You managed to find where they were fighting the guy just because there's a number of arrows sticking in the ground. But
wait, though, she knows that flashlight is magical.
And if you saw the flashlight, you would know it was magical, but you'd have to be able to see the flashlight.
Yeah, but she's gonna keep an eyeball out for that flashlight because it kind of glows magical.
A black flashlight in the middle of the night, sure.
I don't know if it's in the dark. You wouldn't be able to see it, so I don't know how much you would sense its presence.
Does she have to see it to sense it, though?
You always know when you are near an object or place of true
Okay.
magical or sacred
Okay, so
power.
sight does not matter. So yeah, if she
Yeah,
walked
it's not a
within, if she
visual.
walked within, 20 or 30 feet of it, she'd probably know it was there.
Yeah.
But if she was on a hilltop and he was on, and they were
If
on a
they were on, like-
hilltop a mile away, they wouldn't do.
Yeah, she wouldn't see it. But it would be good for like close, like, hot,
Yeah,
cold kind of thing.
All right, but back to our intrepid trackers. You're not having any trouble. Once you realize what path he must have taken. You find the trail, where the physical trail starts at the base of one of the trees. You're following it, no problem.
I know another arrow's gonna come for us in just a sec, so.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fortissimos. Just
the
pop it on
trail
the
eventually exits out of this little, because this is just a little patch of woods in the town. The town kind of half circles it. You pass through some pasture land into a and you can see a larger forest in the distance a little ways, a few miles. And it's clearly where this guy's headed. As you're traveling, you also come across some spore.
What? I'm sorry?
Spore. Poop.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Clearly, you would say mountain lion, except it's a little big.
I wouldn't know clearly. I
Not you.
I don't do this.
Talarius,
Jaded.
it's poop. Talarius recognizes that it's poop. That's all Talarius recognizes. Jaden goes, okay, that's kind of a cat, but big cat. Okay. And if she's nice, she warns Talarius so they don't step in it.
Yeah, she'd be like, don't step in that.
Step in what? Oh. Ooh.
Spruce is very interested in it.
And she looks at Spruce and no.
Spruce is like halfway to rolling.
Oh, God. Dogs, though. Tell you what.
Well, it's like one of the heads looked like he was ready to roll in it, and one of the other heads was like going down like he was about to bite it. They all freeze when she says that.
But Mama.
Hilarious looks over at the
third head just tries to look
the
innocent.
horizon. Hilarious probably kind of like looks down at the horizon where the forest is.
Mm-hmm.
You reckon our assailant went that way?
Probably.
Seems to be where the trail's leading. You can tell.
Probably not something we can get today. Gonna go back to the others.
Or do you want to go alone? That way you don't have to share all the glory.
That's a few miles out.
She's never alone. She has Spruce.
Talarius is also there. They will go with Jaden if she wants, but
let's just go.
They're hoping she doesn't.
She's like, let's just go a little further. Let me mark a tree.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, so y'all travel on for that couple of miles to get to the edge of the forest.
Talarius halfway there, like, wait, when you say mark the tree,
she climbs the tree and then takes in one of the arrows and puts some like a big deep scratch into it.
A big J.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
She looked at him. What did you think I meant?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna have like spruce pea on it or something.
Well, while y'all are here around trees, Spruce does take the opportunity.
Sure.
Tree melts.
All right, we can go back.
Not bad, cuz I'll plop Jaden. I'll attempt to like pat Jaden on the back, and then my arm goes, ah, fuck.
What you do now?
He got me again.
You go and heal his bruise.
Okay.
We're just walking, and their arm is just stretched out. Like,
All right, so y'all get back to town. You don't go back through the woods. It's actually quicker to take one of the roads, but you get back to Fort Jones.
Do we
you all see
run?
it's hilarious. They are dirty.
Oh, yeah, we'll say you ran into Sasha. She'd have probably made it all the way through that first batch of woods out into the open enough to see y'all walking. So
Kind of pops out. Oh, there you guys are.
Their arms just outstretched, getting like bandaged or something, and they look extremely dirty.
You look like shit.
Yeah.
They decided to try to have fisticuffs.
Thanks, cousin.
Come on, we got one of the guys that was in the town shooting at the family. We have him back.
At the family?
We have him back at the fort.
Okay.
Onward.
all right, so y'all get back to the fort.
See the field of bodies.
Connor, while all this has
Follow
been
the
going
path
on,
to destruction.
Yep.
and I guess Robert, because he's there too.
Well, I'm up on the roof.
Oh, okay. So Connor,
Up on the rooftop.
Yeah.
Click, click.
and I guess Smoochums, because
click.
I think you were leaving Smoochums down there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Smoochums is just down there like, didn't get to do anything fun today.
I got to sit on a guy.
Pat, 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 pat.
Mom likes the monkey man better. He got to do things. Anyway, Bull wakes up. And it's not like the gradual kind of groggy coming to that most people would do. You know, he's literally just laying there and then his eyes just kind of snap open. And he sits up, still clearly in pain. Now, you said you dropped his stuff in the corner. I'm assuming not the corner of his cell.
No, it's over there with him.
Okay. He gets up. He walks over to the cell door. Now, did Robert make this with like the old school, just iron bar cell door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Smoochums growling.
Just that.
And he has a
classic
pretty
alligator
unemotional face.
growl.
Like I said, you can see the bits of you can see a little pain register, but and he kind of walks very gingerly. Almost make you think of somebody that was saddle sore.
Well, good morning.
Oh.
He looks over at his pile of stuff. My cloak.
No.
It is yours now. You may join the hunt.
Even after I killed 8 of the cats?
You must merely take the cloak and end my life, and you may join the hunt.
And what purpose does that serve?
They're not like canthropes.
No, but
No, you're good. Go, 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 go. You're eating.
The purpose is to hunt.
Okay.
Sasha's not there, so she can't like react to any of this. But me over here, like,
Yeah. I'll consider that.
Please,
Feel like a
end my life and
challenge.
take your place. If you let me live, I will only be prey. And he's got this kind of zoned out vibe to him. I mean, something is weird here.
Yeah. Sometimes predators like to leave prey unmolested for a hunt to come.
He kind of gives a kind of an acknowledgement bow to that, you know.
So for now, you are my prey, and you will stay here.
Let's see. He accepts that and kind of gingerly makes his way back over to the cot and lays back down. You know, he doesn't seem to be trying to sleep or anything. It's just that's the most comfortable position he can get in.
Mm-hmm. And now that he's awake, Connor's gonna pick up his stuff and he'll leave with it. Yeah, he'll look at Smooch and is like, I don't know if you'll listen to me, but watch him.
He doesn't so much as cut an eye in your direction.
That's what I thought. Pats him on the head and walks off.
All right. Eventually, everybody else shows up at the fort.
Hey,
Connor's sitting there examining the cloak.
It looks like an old school. I described it as medieval before, but really any sort of ancient cloak, cloak of an ancient design. It doesn't look like it's old and wore out or anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, everybody.
Dwarfman, did you make a shower?
Down this main corridor, third door on your right.
You can
Thank
create a
God.
structure, but can you plug it into the local infrastructure?
We'll leave that to storyteller transgression.
I'll say you could plug into a water main,
That's
but you
fine.
wouldn't necessarily have a hot water heater, so it may be a cold shower.
Oh, yeah,
That's
no.
fine. They just need to wash up. They are caked in mud.
Doesn't bother to undress, just steps under the shower.
Just steps under. Yep, exactly.
Wet but clean.
You just hear, sweet relief. Just from down a hallway somewhere.
You better clean up when you're done.
I
I don't want to come in there with a black light and turn into a Jackson Pollock painting.
That's gross. Nope.
What's with the cloak?
Oh, this. Apparently, I have been invited to join the hunt.
Come again?
Yeah, their hunt that they're doing. Apparently, I've been invited.
The wild hunt?
The what now?
The wild hunt.
You probably know about this, Robert, because of your parentage. It's in some Germanic and throughout Britain and Europe, it's a hunt that occurs in folklore. Usually mythological or supernatural hunters.
Well, apparently, since I beat him and all of those cats, he is now considered prey. I am a predator and a hunter. And so I just have to take the cloak, don it, kill him,
Let's
and
not.
I become a part of the hunt.
Let's not.
Oh, the cloak is obviously magical.
Knowing that it's magical and having a hunch of it being related to the wild hunt, does she get any kind of feel of who might be leading the hunt?
Give me a shoot. What is it? Is it lore?
Occult?
Occult.
Yes, occult intellect.
I really gotta bump up my intellect.
I mean, just the fact that you've got a cult, I'll give you some information, but
3 success. And she heard about the antlers and everything, so she's pooling all of her mental resources. It's like that GIF with all the formulas.
Hilarious and I imagine Jaden would absolutely describe what we know about the person. I got a up close look at this person too before they cloaked away.
It was still kind of dark, but yes.
Within 5 feet, I'd still be able to see somebody.
In the
With the
woods
glowing
at night
flashlight
with the
on.
hood pulled up.
The flashlight.
I don't think you
That
climbed the
wasn't
tree with a
on?
flashlight. You climbed the tree and
That's
took a
true.
swing at him. I don't think you'd have had the flashlight in your hand at that point.
Okay.
So the stories of the Wild Hunt, and that was the term Wild Hunt was a phrase coined in like 18 something. Fella did a comparative mythology thing, and it's not that the Wild Hunt is one thing; it's a style of story that pops up. Britain, Europe, you know.
Yeah.
But it's also made its way over to the American West. References to Ghost Riders, that sort of thing. All kind of falls under that. In some places, they would refer to it as Wotan's Hunt, which is another name for Odin. Basically, in a lot of places, they would tie their deities into it. But sometimes they thought it was like the Fae. The basics of the story are very old, with newer cultures coming along and adding their bits to it or getting mixed into other stories. And each of these cultures calling it something different. So as far as who that horned guy is, you have a lot
No
of
idea.
options. It
Yeah.
could be Odin. You'd better hope it's not, but
Yeah, no.
and from the powers, the threat level he was kind of displaying, clearly it's not an actual god.
If anything, it might be another, and maybe.
Might be something like that. The antler thing implies something kind of the European kind of Celtic maybe. The modern take on elves is a very modern thing. So the antlers could be something it was wearing, or if it's one of the fair folk, that could just come out of its head. Let's see, you got 3 successes. You don't know what Connor putting the cloak on would do, but it probably wouldn't be good. Whoever runs the hunt tends to control the other hunters. The ideal of hunters being failed and whoever takes them down, taking their place, that pops up in some of the stories. Or in some of the stories, whoever's running the hunt is basically taking people, sometimes just their souls, to add to his hunt.
Yeah, she like physically grabs the cloak, like we're gonna take this and over here. Nobody touches or puts on that cloak. Do we understand?
Sure. You just hear
burn
running water
it?
in the down the hall.
Oh,
No.
just another guy named Harry has followed us. Thank you.
Woo! Appreciate you. But
Always happy to have more people show up.
Yes.
you know, Robert would just kind of look over at Sasha, like, yeah, though there's a slight. With it being the wild hunt, though, that does bother me just a little bit.
Oh.
Well, sorry, remembering some of the myths and the legends, it varies from telling to telling.
Yeah.
But from the main thing that I recall most of it's like a presage to some type of catastrophe, like a war or plague or even death itself to a large populace. So that just bothers me just a little. Hopefully, it's none of the above.
Could just be borrowing the name too. We don't know.
Oh, of course. Generally, we would see the leader of the hunt followed by a lot of ghostly hunters, including even the spirits of dogs
I've
as well.
I've seen no dead here.
And
Oh.
I painted a massive target on my back by knocking out a lot of their cats and felling one of their hunters, haven't I?
Yeah.
Not intentionally. None of us knew what this was.
All we knew is that there was a group going around trying to essentially attack the inhabitants. We don't know the reason why.
Mm.
I mean,
And
again,
if it wasn't for the fact that they were killing or attacking women, my mother wouldn't have cared.
yeah, yeah.
Or killing women and children. If it was just the men, she wouldn't have even told us anything about this.
And again, when it comes to hunting prey, 90% of the time, the ones doing the hunting don't care the age or gender of prey. It's always fair game.
Though I think we found where they might be at.
Oh, that's a bonus.
Well, it's 9 o'clock, so we probably need to wrap here. Basically, the rest of the night passes uneventfully. Y'all even manage to get some sleep. About an hour after the sun comes up, you hear a horn honk outside. Samuel is there in the vehicle. Whichever one he opens the door, he's sitting there looking at the fortress. This is a nice place. I kind of assumed y'all were going to be here since this wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah, you can thank Robert for that.
Hi.
Does he see the piles of dead cats around?
Yes.
Fake Connor's bringing the family along, also dragging the more cats.
Oh, and then Jaden would go look for the old lady and bring her as well.
You get the family there, no problem. When you get to the old lady's house, the storm cellar door is open.
Oh.
It looks like somebody took a shotgun to the doorknob. There is no blood inside, but there's also no sign of the lady. There's just the food and water y'all got for. Clearly she'd gotten into some of it. It's laying there. Her Bible was laying there. The little battery operated lamp she had was still on.
Sasha will ask Samuel if he knows anything about the wild hunt, considering his age and such.
Oh, he'd heard the stories. It's not as much a Greek thing. But he's traveled around Europe. So he's like, oh yeah.
I'll say his purviews aren't or not his purviews, but he's not. His asset skills are athletics and survival.
So, he's heard just the very basic information.
Okay.
He knows the story is widespread and kind of a little different in each area. And he kind of rubs his chin. Oh, is that what you're thinking we're up against? I guess it would kind of fit based on what little bit I know.
No, considering we have a hunter down in the cellar.
As I say, during the night, she would have gone down and asked who he hunts for.
He does not respond or even acknowledge you.
Well, fine.
Does she need to get Connor?
Honestly, if Connor said that he responded to him, she would have Connor ask it if he doesn't answer her.
Well, I already said we were wrapping up, so we'll just stop
Yeah,
here.
and we're just dragging it out.
We're trying to make sure we set up for.
Yeah.
But remember that question at the beginning of the next session, and we'll see what his response is, because he will respond when Connor speaks to him.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Put that in the chat.
Just so you remember it.
Yep, that's why I put the thing
We'll put so many
enforcement
gifts
boundary.
under it that'll run it off the screen. We'll forget about it anyway.
No, I'm putting it in the roll 21.
Oh, I got you. So anyway, anybody that came by and watched, we were glad you're here. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope my players had fun. I certainly had fun running it. Next session should wrap up the Wild Hunt story here.
sucks. Me and Duba will not be here next Tuesday. They have us closing. Yeah.
We're all
of
gonna
course,
die.
you're welcome to use Robert however you wish.
Same with Jaden if need be. Because it's Ramadan. A lot of our people called out, so they needed me and Josh to close.
Okay.
So hands are kind of tied at this.
Yeah. Not much you can do when the place is actually that short-handed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that wraps us up for today. Direbear has got something going on tomorrow. Deca, would you like to tell people what's going on tomorrow?
I'm running a one-shot. I will be playing a game called You Awaken in a Strange Place, which I, at this moment, still have no idea what's going on. The gist of it is coming in unprepared. All four of us will be. The person that's probably most prepared is the person making the overlays, and that's about it. It's gonna test all of our. It's gonna be testing our improv skills.
That sounds kind of like how Apocalypse World starts up, or Fiasco, where everybody sits down. You don't necessarily. You kind of design the basics of what's going to go on, kind of in game.
We're going to take turns, set up the world, and then set up the players, and then I'll take 5 and we'll make an adventure.
Sounds interesting.
And that should, we'll have 2 new faces to Direbear there, and then we'll have Rappy.
Excellent. And then Thursday, they're doing their session 0 this time. Okay. Are they going to stream that, or is that going to go to the Patreon?
So the session 0 should go to Patreon, which you can see down there.
All right, so
and the next week should be.
So it won't be anything streaming this Thursday. Next Thursday, the Thursday game will start back up.
It begins.
Another 5e campaign for those that are interested. Then I think Friday is a day off for Direbear. Saturday is the Stolen Cities. Monday,
something about the Fate Court the last time I read it.
Let's see. Monday should be still going to be. Is that still going to be Cap and Otter playing?
I think
Baldur's
this is
Gate 3?
the last time they played Baldur's Gate 3, and then after that they'd start the Troubleshooters again.
Okay, season 2. But that's another week off.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, then it'll roll around next Tuesday, and that'll be us again. So hope everybody enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Crap, where's my ending?